Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Survivors Complex, where the rules are made up and the XP doesn't matter. I am Sean, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and we are here celebrating both Tabletop
Happy
Day
birthday!
and Savannah's birthday. Happy birthday, Savannah. I wasn't able to get a hat because I didn't have a debit card and could not get to get anywhere without you this week. But I'm wearing a hat in my imagination.
Thanks, everybody.
But happy birthday to our lovely master of all things streaming related. So I expect everyone to have those hats on the entire stream. We are going to get started here in a second. I have a couple announcements. Sorry, now I'm distracted and forgot where I was going. Just a couple of things before we get going. One, like I said, welcome everybody who is watching us for International Tabletop Day. We're happy if you decided to spend it with us this fine Saturday. The other thing, on a little more somber note, we will no longer have our friend Julie playing with us for the foreseeable future. Things came up, life gets in the way, lots of stuff going on, and it looks like she's going to have to bow out from being able to play with us on a regular basis. We're hoping that maybe in the future she might be able to come back and grace us with her presence, but until then, it looks like Saren is going to be mysteriously vanished. She's still our official stream artist, so let us know if you're looking for commissions or anything, and we'll still keep in contact there. So just letting you guys know about all that. Otherwise, I don't really have any other announcements before we get going. Savannah, anyone else before we get started? All right. Well, I'll go ahead and bring us in for our recap. So last time on Survivors Complex, your crew traversed the marshlands east of Fort Harrington in search of the Grung lieutenant Bonebiter. You fought off a pack of blink dogs that ambushed you as you crossed the marshes and emerged without suffering any serious harm. Making your way up the ridge to the watchtower which sat upon it, you quickly killed the guards outside and picked off the Grung as they ran out from the tower to investigate it. As the battle ended, you found yourself face to face with Bonebiter himself, and as quickly as the battle started, you were able to crush the orange Grung leader. Literally. As the battle ended, you found some survivors of the stalwart keepers trapped within the watchtower. You rescued them and discovered that a creature had been following you, a deep gnome named Lemley Ripplebark. Lemley offered to make a deal with you to help you defeat the Grung, as he had some information on a safe passage to their hidden lair. Words just escaped me. Which you tentatively accepted and returned to Fort Harrington. That is where we pick up our session here today, with all of you having arrived in the late evening through the gates of the fort, making it back to the tavern once again. And we'll say you rested for the evening, unless there's anything anybody would have done upon arrival, but your rooms are still there, your possessions still inside, safe and sound, able to get some food and some much needed rest. And the next day you wake to the sounds of the village around you, the smells of breakfast wafting up from the tavern floor below. What would you like to do?
Are we all in the tavern, main proper area?
Yeah, we can.
Well, Lil's got to do her pray in the morning before she comes down, so she may be a little bit late.
Okay, so you head out to the shrine to To pray. Okay. So eventually, unless there's anything anybody is doing, you all make your way down to the main tavern floor and get some food and whatever other repast you might need to make it through the day. And not too much later, Lil, you return and meet up with the rest of them. Lemley is currently with you as well.
It's good to actually sleep in a bed again.
Yeah, so what's the plan? What are we doing?
Well, we were going
Are we-
to Heathtown to kill the mountain jumper.
What are we? That was what I'm so confused about. Are we going to the town? Because I thought we said that was a bad idea.
Well, that's okay.
But
That's
I don't
where
remember.
he is.
I can clarify this a bit. Their lair is near the town, not inside of it. I'm not going to tell you where until
We know.
your end of the deal is met. Okay, fine. No need for getting snippy. But yeah, I'll lead you there, but it's outside of the town.
So, okay, how far away is your town? Ish.
Probably a day's travel. We're going to be moving pretty slow, or else the frogs might see us. So might be a little bit longer. If we leave soon or first thing tomorrow morning, we'll be able to make it by nightfall.
How many people or frogs will be with the mountain jumper at his lair?
No idea. Never been inside of it.
How big does it seem?
Hard to tell. You'll find out when you get there.
So I guess my question then is, are we gonna just go ahead of the caravan and just tell them to follow us? Or are we going, killing stuff, coming back, then saying, let's go?
Well, wasn't the idea to go maybe a day or two in advance, tell them to leave 2 days after we do? That should give us enough time to do what needs to be done, I guess.
Right.
I could be mistaken, though. That's what I remember. It's been a long
No.
few days.
That was my plan, but I just don't think we ever decided.
Well, those are our two options, so...
So if it takes a day to get there, and they leave in 2 days, and we haven't dealt with it in 2 days, I worry about them hitting problems on the road.
Well, we can
So-
give it more than 2 days. I
Yeah.
think that was just like a
It was an
number that
arbitrary
somebody
number.
said. Yeah.
Okay. I worry about putting the caravan in danger.
I mean, we can always just go and deal with it and come back. If you think that's a better idea.
We could.
If you think that's safer, Lil. You just look
Gosh.
really concerned.
Well, I'm not so sure about this guy. And you guys know that. And we won't get back into it, but Sean, question, sorry, out of character.
Yeah.
We knew that the caravan hadn't planned on leaving for a couple of weeks, right? So if we just go and deal with the chief of the Rugaruka tribe, whatever his name is, mountain jumper, I remember. That's not really going to affect their plans. It will help speed them up, right?
As far as you know.
Okay.
The last time you guys haven't spoken to the commandant or the captain in a few days now, so you, Lucius, are aware that there were some issues, and you don't know if that's affected the timeline at all.
Yeah, because I think the last time he heard, the ships were seen on the southern coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
we
is
talked
still
about
like
that.
which is still like 2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
All Alright, well we'll just talk to the captain or whoever. Tell him we're gonna go. We'll go, deal with it, and come back, and so we could tell the road is clear when we're on the way back, so that's good. Yeah.
This makes me feel a little bit better.
Alright. We'll do that then. I'll go talk to the person whose name I can't remember right now, who's in charge of things. Captain
Race.
Thank you.
Yes, Captain Sarah Race is in charge of this outpost. Commandant Fulcher is the one that was sent for the inspection and is also technically in charge too, but either one of them. So you want to head over to the main keep in the fort? Oh, is it just you, or is anybody else going?
I'll go. Does anyone want to go? Lil, you want to go?
I'll go with her.
Alright. Friend field trip.
Okay, so the two of you make your way out of the tavern and towards the keep, heading through the open main doors of the keep and up the steps that lead up to the commandant or the captain's quarters that you had been to before, her office. The office doors are closed as you approach, and you hear the muffled sounds of conversation within. As you approach, the door swings open, and one of the soldiers comes rushing out with like a cluster of maps underhand, almost bumps into you, and he stops and says, sorry, ma'am. Excuse me, and goes to walk around you. You hear the captain's voice inside, and you can enter if you wish.
Ma'am. I don't know about
I
that.
knock on the door that's open and say, Captain Race, Commandant Fulcher, can we talk to you for a second?
Okay, you look inside as you knock on the door, and you see Captain Race's in there. You don't see the commandant at this point, but Captain Race looks up from just a smattering of papers across her desk and has a frustrated look on her face, and looks like she's going to yell at you at first, and kind of stops as she notices who you are. Just, it's you. Please, come in. Close the door behind you. What news is there?
We managed to get to the watchtower and deal with the Grung that were there, and have good news that most of the people at the watchtower are okay, but they really need some reinforcements.
Wonderful. That's fantastic news. We will send somebody right away to deal with the problem. Excellent. I did not even know that you all were heading that direction.
Well, it seemed like an easiest birdstone situation.
Good. I'm sorry I'm so flustered. There has been some news that has made its way here. Has your friend informed you of the correspondence that we have received?
Oh, yeah.
It is very troubling. Unfortunately, it looks like we may have to change our plans as far as how we were going to approach this city. Until then, we will deal with that when the time comes. So what is your plan now? What are you up to?
Well, we know that the roads need to be cleared of the frogs and everything. We have talked to someone who thinks that he may know, or says that he does know, where the Grung chief is. Mountain jumper. And so we think maybe, with a little bit of help from you, we can get him to take us there, we can smash the frog, clear out the roads, and maybe get the delegation going soon.
That is excellent news. Unfortunately, we still need time to prepare for such a long travel. If you are able to open up travel once again through Farcomer's Pass, that would be excellent. We may need to adjust the terms of what you and your companions were brought here for originally. That being that I know that part of the negotiation was for you to guard the caravan on the way to 1,000 Steps. We may need you to travel ahead, and significantly so. If you are privy to the information that we have received, we fear that that Ondakir may reach the city before we do. And we need representatives there as quickly as possible. You have done good things for us, and the Commandant has spoken, and we feel that we may be able to trust you to deliver our terms. Think about it. No decisions need to be made as of yet. There's still some preparations that need to be made, but this is something that you should consider.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna go and deal with Mountain Hopper and tell the rest of the group, and we'll be back in hopefully a couple of days and let you know how that went.
Good. Be safe. I guess, do you need any accompaniment by any guards, or?
No, but there is one thing I sort of need to ask you. This person, this gnome person, Lemley Ripplebark? You made a face like you know who I'm talking about.
My guards have told me I am familiar with the name.
Right. So Lemley's town has been taken over by the Grung, and the lair is near there somewhere. It's really bad. They're like enslaving people in the town, and it's horrible, all that stuff. Lemley's gonna help us by taking us to the lair, but we sort of have to give him something in return.
What is it that he wants?
He said he had some shiny things that were confiscated
A bag specifically.
that maybe he could have back. If it's not things, I mean, we are talking about like slavery and transport for diplomats and all of that, and if it's not stuff that you're going to miss too much, maybe we could just give it back to him.
Are you certain that he can help you?
Pretty sure, yeah. Otherwise we're just going to have to go out there and wander around till we find them, but he seems to know where they are.
He seemed pretty adamant he knew. I mean, I get a good read on people. I don't like him. I don't want to really make this deal, but I mean, Den's right. Slavery's bad. Let's try and go and help him. What's a couple of items?
Those are my thoughts exactly. It may piss off a few people in the town, but I've dealt with worse. I can have the bags returned to you. A few moments, I'll have the guards return them from the cells below. And she walks to the door and calls out into the hallway. You hear some footsteps approaching pretty quickly as a guard rushes down the hall. She speaks a few words to him, and he retreats back in the direction he came from. A few sort of awkward moments pass with the captain returning back to her table and folding up and stacking up some of the papers around it, and you hear the footsteps returning after a few minutes, and the guard approaches with a small leather-bound satchel, which he holds out in your direction.
I'll take it.
Okay, take the satchel from him. He gives a salute and heads back out the door. The captain, watching this, says, well, that is all we had from him. That should be everything. If you need anything else, let me know.
Thank you.
Best of luck. May the six guide you. All right. So you make your way back out of the keep.
Yeah, well, I just give the bag to Will. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe you should hold his stuff, and then we'll tell him we have it and we can show it to him, but then you can just keep it until he takes us there. Right?
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we'll give it back to him once we know that we're in the right place.
Okay.
Thanks for backing me up.
No problem. I'm sorry about yesterday.
It's alright. I mean, you know, we're all on the same side.
Yeah, I don't want to make bad deals if we can help it, but I understand the reasoning. And I totally open the bag. I want to see what's in it.
I kind of want to. Yeah, I look in it too.
Okay. As you open the bag, I'm just kidding. You,
Boom.
as you're holding it, it is kind of jangling. You can hear some metal objects clinking around inside. You pull it open, and you see a small collection of knickknacks and oddities. There's probably about 30 pieces of silverware. There looks to be an ornate dagger with a small sort of ruby-colored gemstone at the hilt. There is some other little kind of personal belongings like tchotchkes and stuff in there as well. Kind of a small jewelry box, and probably about 35 pieces of gold.
Well, hopefully no family will really miss this stuff. Doesn't
Yeah.
seem that important. but
Not
it's-
irreplaceable stuff.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Well, let's do this.
All
I
right.
sling the bag over my shoulder and go jangling off down the hallway.
Okay. So you make your way back to the tavern where the rest of your crew is waiting. As you enter the tavern, Lemley looks up in your direction and says, how'd it go? Got my stuff?
I grab the satchel arm and hold it up and go, "Yep, but you don't get it until we get what we want."
Well, as long as you have it, hold on to it. I like that bag. Just be careful.
You hold up your end, I'll hold up ours.
Fine. So, when do we leave?
Just want to say, while they were going to do all that, I wanted to head to the shop quickly.
Okay.
Just
Which shop?
the general store, where I'd gone to ask about getting a book on Sylvan.
Oh, gotcha. So you head back to shop. To Darlin's Trade Emporium, which is open at this time. Actually, as you enter, you can see Darlin sort of towards the back, sweeping up the floor and kind of getting things set up for the day. She hears the bell at the door as you enter and turns towards you and says, "Yes, how are you today? Haven't seen you around here. Is everything going all right?"
Good morning. Yeah, everything's been going really well. I just a quick question, Dad. Have you been able to find the type of book I was asking for a while back?
I did find something. I don't know how much help it's going to be, but you can look it over before you decide whether you want to purchase it. She moves back through the back room. She kind of calls out over her shoulder and she says, "I was able to find one of the some of the residents in here have brought some books over from Ivrandal, and it looks like one of the families was willing to part with this. They've had it for a long time, used to read it to their kids, so I'm hoping it might help you. Oh, here it is." And she comes back out and hands it over to you. It's sort of a thick, leather-bound tome, not too extravagant by any means. It looks like it has some wear and tear. She says, "This is about the best I could do. It's not really anything too technical. It's actually a collection of fairy tales and small sort of stories collected about the Feywild and the Twilight Realm."
just flick to a random page and sort of read a paragraph just to see what's in there.
You flip through and look at it, and it is a collection of fairy tales, not like modern fairy tales, but like Brothers Grimm, old cautionary tales. There is some depictions and some descriptions of the Feywild and sort of fey creatures. You flip to one about small sort of impish creatures that terrorize and steal children in the night from their homes. There are other sort of tales about little bog creatures made of slime that live in cupboards and homes in the area, and so things like that. Nothing, like I said, nothing too technical, but it might have its merits.
This will do me lovely. Thank you. While I'm here, this is something a bit more unusual I'm asking for, but would you happen to have a component pouch for casting spells?
Oh, yes, I could scrounge something together for you. We have some materials here for the arcane inclined. Sure. Give me a second and I'll get something for you. Do you have any specifics on what you'd like inside of it? Any herbs or other bits and pieces?
Just to save me having to look at all my individual spells, I just tell her the things that I know I'll need.
Yeah, it's more of an RP thing. It'll cover everything. I just she roots around for a bit. She takes out a small red leather bag and she begins to fill it with small pieces of crystal and dust and other little bits here and there, creating a nice little satchel for you to use. She hands it over to you. She says, for all the costs involved and for what you're doing for the city, I'll sell it to you for 15 gold pieces.
I actually have some things on me I would like to sell or give to you as well. Perhaps we could organize a trade or a barter.
Trade works. I'm used to dealing with a lot of trade here. So, what do you have?
I get out the 10 daggers that I took off the Grung corpses.
Alright, so you lay all the daggers out on the table. Each of the blades sort of coated with a bit of dried poison at this point, long having lost its potency. But she looks them over. She says, "These are a little rough. I think we might be able to sharpen some of them up, though, and get them usable. All 10?
All 10, taken from the Grung as well. Could be a commodity elsewhere."
Yeah, I'd be willing to do 10 gold pieces for them. One gold piece each.
I am happy to say 10.
All right, then. We'll call it that, and that just puts us with a 5 gold deficit for the component pouch.
And I give her the 5 gold.
Right, she takes the 5 gold and the daggers, which she sort of scoops off the table into a bucket to the side and sets it off, and kind of inspecting a few of them as she does. She hands you the component pouch and takes the gold and says, "Well, pleasure doing business with you then. Keep bringing in stuff like this, and we might make a trader of you yet."
Of course. And I grab my stuff and make my way back to my friends.
Okay, so you go and rejoin your companions back at the tavern. So, what now?
Who did we just lose?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Do you want to break, Savannah, or do you want to just run with it until... Okay. Yeah. So, anything else, guys?
After we have our exchange with Lemley and everything, Will kind of looks at everybody and,
well, so we saw Captain Race and we told her, right? Is it she?
Yes.
Okay, good. We told her that, that the watchtower was safe, but that they need reinforcements. And then she offered kind of a promotion to us, but she wanted to give us time to think, so I thought I'd tell you guys about it. You can think about it. So she would like us to go ahead to as fast as we can. I mean, after we deal with Mountain Jumper, and make our way to 1,000 Steps because the Ondokir delegation or ships or whatever is making her and I think Commandant Fulcher really nervous. They want us to go and kind of be the emissaries to 1,000 Steps before the delegation can get there because they're not quite ready to go. So
How long will they need?
I got the sense it was at least a couple weeks, but I'm not really sure. We didn't actually ask that. She just gave us this option and then said think about it. So
Well, wasn't that our plan kind of to begin with? Like we would go destroy the mountain jumper, tell them it's safe, and then I think we were planning to go with them. But if they need us to go before that, I mean,
Well,
I don't see a problem.
I mean, initially, we were supposed to guard the caravan as it was on its way. So what they need us to do now is basically take their terms, whatever that is, and go. And they'll follow behind, I think.
It's just a slight change of job, I guess. Perhaps a head start. I mean, we have more of a chance to clear the roads, and if there's more tobacco activity on the roads, then they may be safer for them to travel anyway.
and it sounds like there's more option or more availability for glory if we're not stuck to the caravan. Just saying.
I think it's alright, but someone else is gonna have to do the fancy talk. Because you don't want me to do that.
Oh, come on. You did fine the last time. You're good at talking. It's fine.
I mean, nobody just, consult the bard or anything.
That's very true. Bard can do it. If you don't want to do it, Bard can do it. It'll be fine.
I don't want to have
Okay,
anything
well
to
then-
do with that.
Then it is perfectly... Barb, it is in your perfectly
Alright.
capable hands.
So we go, take the terms, kill the frogs, clear the road, take the terms, go to the big city, give the stuff to Barb, push her in, you talk, everything's great.
Profit.
I wonder how many
Profit.
of the others speak common.
Okay, so what am I fancy talking? What?
We don't really know yet. We gotta go deal with Mountain Jumper, and then we'll figure out what you're fancy talking them into.
Yeah, and well, the city's like really far away, so it's gonna
Yeah,
take us, like,
it's going to be
months
a
get
week
there.
away.
But we just want you to be prepared that we're gonna give you some fancy things to say, and you get to do that.
Oh, I am all about some fancy things.
As you can tell by the glorious clothes you are wearing.
Great. Alright. Well,
So-
I mean, are we gonna put off the frogs until tomorrow? Or we just want to go now?
What time is it now? Like, what's the time, Sean? Early morning?
Yeah, it's early, almost mid-morning at this point. So you guys have done your chores pretty quickly.
I mean, we could go today. It's going to take what? A day to get there? Limley? A day, right?
If we leave now, we should be arriving after sunset, which would put us in a good position if we're trying to arrive unnoticed, which I prefer.
I will agree with that. Especially if we don't know how many people are going to be there.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, I'd rather not sit around. I mean, nobody needs to do anything in town, do they? Does anybody need anything?
I got all of my stuff done.
I'm perfectly okay with going now.
Oh, wait, I was going to go talk to that guy. I wonder if he made anything for my cool shields.
Wait.
You want to go talk to the to Unvar Farseeker at his workshop?
Yeah.
Do you have something commissioned, or was it just you were just talking about?
I basically was just talking about it, and I wanted to know if he came up with any like cool ideas for, like other cool bard stuff.
Was that the Dwarven blacksmith dude?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you can head over to his workshop. So you leave quickly jogging out of the tavern over towards the smithy. You can see a bit of smoke rising up from some of the plumes or the vents towards the back of the shop. You enter in through the door and you hear the sound of hammer hitting steel towards the back, saying ding, ding. And you can see Unvar in the back of the shop.
Hey.
You call out to him and he doesn't seem to hear you. He just keeps hammering. Ting, ting.
I approach him and very, like
cautiously,
tap him on the shoulder.
Okay, you tap him on the shoulder, and as you do, he stops mid strike and kind of backs up a bit away from the forge, cursing under his breath in surprise as he looks up towards you and removes a set of goggles from his eyes and says, it's you! Welcome back! I wasn't expecting anyone today. Do you need anything?
Oh, I was just wondering, how things have been going. I idly pick up some of the stuff that he's, working on, looking at it. I'm like, remember that conversation we had about cool bard stuff?
Oh, yeah, I remember you wanted a shield, like a drum or something, right?
Yeah, or like a musical shield of some kind.
Yeah, I had a few ideas. I just drew them somewhere, and he rushes over to the counter and takes out some rolls of parchment and displays them out for you and says, I worked on a couple of things. It's nothing. I haven't started working on anything just yet because I want to run them by you, but he holds them out in front of you and says, this one was the shield design that you mentioned. You can look it over. I basically just warped the metal in a way and added some extra layers of padding between it to give it sort of a, well, just look it over. And he holds it out to you so you can see it. It's a interesting design. You're not proficient like smithing or anything, are you?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you look it over and it looks like a shield. It's hard to tell, but he explains to you. He's like, the concave nature of the shield and giving it this warp texture will help it create sort of a reverberation that might amplify the sound in a way that'll give it sort of a resonation. I'm not sure how well it'll work, but it might. I'd have to try it out. I did have another idea though for your lute, which I thought was interesting. I drew up something else, and he holds it out to you, or puts that over the shield, and he says, "This is just some modifications to the design that you have. I sort of strengthened the strings there and the facets holding them, thinking that might help you with the tuning problem that you mentioned. I also thought about adding a few other elements to it to better adjust the strings so they wouldn't get in the way during battle. All in all, it should add to the comfort of the design, and also added in some extra flourish here and there from my own sort of design style. We can do some gold inlay around the edges, some silver, make it really shine and pop when you're either performing or cutting people."
That sounds really awesome. I'd love to see, like, when do you think we could do that? Like now, or do you have still some ideas that you want to keep working on, or?
I could start on something. I'd have to start from scratch with this design, and it'd be a little expensive with the gold costs and the design work of it. If you have if you're willing to invest that much money into it.
I mean, I have 14 gold pieces. That'll be enough, right?
Unfortunately, no. But
Okay.
if you let me think it over, this could be good for business. We might be able to come to something if you're able to gather up. I'd say at least 30 gold pieces.
Okay.
We could make it work.
Okay, that sounds good. What about the shield?
The shield, less expensive for that. The cost of putting that together, I could make something for 15 gold pieces around there.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'll have to come back then.
Okay. I'll keep the designs, and I won't charge you for any of the design work. We'll work that out once you are able to afford it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I wish I'd known, that you were gonna do something so fancy,
Well, if you need something more simple, I can do that.
Oh no, I don't. Simple's not in my nature. I mean,
Oh, I'm sure.
such is the life of a bard.
Okay. Sure. So, just come back whenever you have the supplies or the finances for it, and we'll talk shop.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And he gives you a wave and heads back to his forge as you leave. Or head back to the tavern and meet up with everybody else. Anything else anybody's doing?
Did it go well, Barb?
Yeah, well, he has some ideas, and that's really cool. But it costs a lot more than I thought it was gonna.
How much more?
Well, he said 15 gold pieces for the for the shield, and then like for all of his designs and stuff that he had for making my loot look really cool. He said that was probably going to be something more like 30.
It's a little expensive, but it's not something that can't be done. So it's just something we have to look out for on our adventures. I'm pretty sure we can find something to either trade or use for the gold.
Yeah.
We'll get it for you.
Okay.
He goes up and like puts his arm around, tries to put his arm around her, but she's like swole. So he's like, we'll get it. Don't worry, kid. It'll be okay.
And I squeeze the crap out of him.
Oh God, why? Every time, Bob, every time.
All right. Lemley's sort of watching this and looks back to all of you and says, are we gonna be going today?
Yeah, we're going right now. Come on, everyone. We can hug
Lead
and
on.
walk.
All right. Well, I'll give you the lowdown as we get closer. We got a few hours before we get to the forest, so let's get going then. He goes to head out the bar, looks over to you, Lil still holding his satchel, and just shrugs and kind of walks off. He leads you out the front gates back into the fields surrounding Fort Harrington and begins to lead to the south, directly towards the tree line that leads deeper into the jungle, an area that you had traveled to previously, heading to the farms. So you sort of follow that same path leading towards the southern farmstead. A few hours of travel pass. You eventually make it to the farmstead, and you can see that there are about 5 or 6 soldiers posted around there. It seemed to be repairing some of the damage, and there are also some common folk and some farmers looking to assess what needs to be done at the farm. Looks like they're trying to rebuild there. You pass by with a wave from the hands that are working there and continue south towards the jungle. As you approach, after a few hours, yes.
As we're traveling, I want to move to the back of the group and quietly cast a mage hand spell.
Okay. So you fall back a bit and summon your mage hand, sort of this invisible distortion to the air.
I can make mine completely invisible because Arcane Trickster as well, which is great. And what I want it to do is just to fly up to Barb and quickly just twist some of the tuning pegs on her lute.
Okay. I'll have you make a sleight of hand check.
Do I see this?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. All right.
20 total.
Your passive perception is a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, Barb, do not notice this as Star. You use your mage hand as you're walking to just slowly tweak some of the tuning pegs on the lute.
Kind of wish that this was one of those situations where, like, oh wait, hold on. Does he know how to actually tune things? Because he could be tuning it better and not know.
I have
True.
no idea how to tune things.
I was about to say, do you have any proficiency? Okay.
What up?
All right. I'm just gonna have Star make an just make an intelligence check.
18.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
what's a DC for that?
You don't know. We'll have to see. But you tune them to the best, or you mess with them the best way that you think you can, trying to make it sound. I assume you're trying to make it sound really bad and not sound good. Okay. So you do mess with those, and Barb does not seem to notice.
Then after it's done, I just make the mage hand tap on the shoulder, then dissipate it.
Okay. You feel tapping on your shoulder, Barb, and as you turn back to look, nothing is standing behind you.
What? Huh? Okay.
As you approach, though, and these shenanigans take place, Lemley begins to sort of slow down as you approach within about half a mile from the tree line. The trees themselves, it's not necessarily a hard line in the forest, but the trees are beginning to grow thicker, and Lemley kind of motions to stop, and he says, "So, this is where things get a little more difficult. The Grung live in the trees, as I'm sure you know, and I have an idea, or I know where their outposts are. So I'm going to scout ahead and come back and lead you in the direction that we need to go. You're all going to have to move as quietly as you can. Stay out of sight. Can we do that?"
Not really good at that.
I can
Well,
try. I
a
say
few of
very
us-
loudly.
Shh, 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 shh.
Sorry.
How quiet do we need to be?
As quiet as possible.
Mm,
Barb absentmindedly starts playing her lute.
Stop that! Don't do that! And as you start playing your lute, it's like, "Bwom, dong, ding, dong, ah." It sounds really bad today.
I look at it with confusion and I'm like, man, I'm really gonna have to get this thing fixed.
He says, "Just quiet. Anything you can do, especially if it involves not playing music."
well, I mean, playing music is what she does. She's a bard. What do you expect?
Little self-control, maybe.
Might be a little difficult.
Well, the point here is to avoid as many of the hoppers as possible. So try to stay quiet. I'll give you as wide a berth as you can, but stay as quiet as possible. Do that?
I mean, we can try.
Do our
Okay.
best.
We'll try, but you better be ready to come to our aid if we can. Because
I mean,
I got your bag.
I'm aiding you in the best way possible. Not really much of a fighter, but I will get you through here as safely as I can, as long as you don't cause any explosions or set anything on fire or start playing your lute or whatever.
If those things attack, she's playing the lute. And if she doesn't, I'm going to make her play it.
Okay. Well, if they attack, yeah, do whatever you want. But before then, just stay quiet. Okay. Follow me then. And looks around, and you watch as Lemley begins to shrink down into a small, sort of furry-looking creature. Somewhat looks like a squirrel, around the same size, but has a flat, sort of wide, fur-covered tail, and big pointed ears, kind of like a marmoset, and kind of gives sort of a nod in your direction and begins to rush through the underbrush ahead of you for you all to follow. So, I'm going to need everyone to make stealth checks.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, do I have disadvantage? Is that a thing?
Are you wearing chainmail?
Maybe.
Then yes.
Okay.
The irony. I'm just saying. All right, so I have a stealth, a whopping 18.
18.
24.
The greatest stealth of all time at an 8.
13!
I beat your stealth with a 7.
Oh God.
All right. So
Wait, were these advantage or disadvantage?
these were just normal rolls. The only
Alright.
people at disadvantage are the ones wearing heavy armor,
Alright.
wearing chainmail. So you all begin moving as quiet as you can, following behind this small creature that you know to be Lemley. You begin skirting into the forest and heading to the west a bit, following along behind. You travel as quietly as you possibly can. Some of you having a bit more difficulty. Lucius, you sort of stumble over some roots after a while. You're not really used to this jungle terrain. Lil, you're just between the heavy armor and the hot, humid jungle atmosphere. You're having a hard time focusing on staying quiet. The rain from the day before sort of adding to the humidity of the jungle. Den, for the most part, you feel fine. It's the humidity isn't getting too much to you, and the rest of you are doing okay, staying as quietly as you can. There's a moment as you make your way around a grouping of trees that you see the small little squirrel marmoset creature stop and comes skirting back to you and climbs halfway up a tree, and with one little clawed hand points in sort of an upwards direction. And you'll kind of look around the tree, and you can see about 30 feet up on one of the larger trees, there is a platform. And there are small, colorful creatures on the platform holding spears and daggers, kind of scanning the area. Lemley waits for a minute, and then hops to the ground, motions for y'all to follow, and goes scurrying through. And you all follow behind. Aggregately, with your group stealth check, you seem to avoid this outpost. Most of you haven't passed. You continue making your way south, picking up the pace a bit and following quietly behind. I need everyone to make another round of stealth check.
I mean, it technically can't get worse than that.
Oh, it can get 6 times worse than that.
All right, so I have a natural 20.
This time, I only got a 12.
7.
Natural 20.
14.
I got a 12.
Nice. All right, not too bad. You follow behind this creature, or you follow behind Lemley some more. As the day begins to wear on, the sun is beginning to set in the distance. You reach a sort of a crossing over a small stream that makes its way through the jungle, and Lemley, as he moves through some underbrush, through some bushes, lands near the bank of the stream and stops for a moment, scurries back to you, motions for you all to get down. So you all duck, and you see heading down the stream is a small raft with a couple more of these grung on it, kind of sailing down the stream, almost patrolling, it seems. There's a moment as they pass in front of you where Den, you kind of lose your grip on your shield for a second. It clings against the chainmail leggings you have. There's this kind of a ting that echoes through the surroundings. I'll stop for a second. You see the grung look over their shoulders towards the trees and looks away and continues focusing downstream in the direction they're heading. The danger seems to pass. You all cross the stream once again, heading through the underbrush, continuing south. And I need everyone to make one final round of stealth checks.
Oh, okay, so 17.
20.
7 again.
11.
16.
6.
Okay, so as you get to the final leg of your journey, the jungle beginning to recede a bit and the tree cover becoming a little bit more sparse, you can faintly in the distance see the reflection of water. And as you approach, you see a large lake that sits between two cliff faces. You see a pass leading out to the south, far miles and miles of jungle terrain. Sitting in a clearing just in front of this lake, or to the north of this lake, you see a small town. Doesn't seem very lively. It's dark. You don't notice any torches or anything lit as the sun is setting. But as you begin to approach the town, you see a group of grung, about 5 or 6 of them, moving away from the city in your direction. You all duck out of sight to try to stay down. As you do, Den, Lucius, and Lilibet, you move a little slower and you kind of make some crashing noises through the underbrush as you duck out of sight. And you notice the grung sort of stop for a second, or a few of them towards the back stop, look over in the direction, and begin to, the 2 of them, slowly walk in the direction of your group.
So it's just 2 of them.
Yeah, there are another 4 that are currently moving away that don't seem to have noticed, but 2 of them have stopped and begun making their way towards you.
Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. Okay, I cast Thaumaturgy 30 feet in the opposite direction, just like almost the same noise, but in the other way, hoping to get them to turn.
Okay. So you're having to wait until they get within 30, they have to get closer to you. Is the range is only 30 feet?
Yeah, the range says 30 feet, so I'm hoping, as they get closer, I want to make that sound away from us.
Okay.
Hopefully it works.
Okay, I see. So you all watch as the grung approach, going closer and closer, and they get 50 feet, 40 feet, 30, 20, 15, 10, and as they get right up to the bushes and begin to look around and peer through, and you feel like they are staring right at you, suddenly you hear from behind them another crashing noise followed by some whispers over the bushes far beyond or on the direct opposite side of you. The two Grung stop and immediately turn back in that direction. And they begin to follow and proceed after that noise. You see them move about 20 feet away from you and kind of poke around in some bushes around there, rustle through some trees and some underbrush. They bark at each other a bit more. And then they see the group moving ahead, and one of them turns around, this purple-colored Grung, and yells back towards all of them, and the two quickly go scurrying to catch up. Danger seems to have passed.
He just kind of looks at the people close to them and takes...
Alright.
Alright, go, go, go.
So you all begin to follow Lemley again towards the town. You actually skirt around the town, and in the distance, as you get a bit closer, you can see some small embers of campfire scattered throughout it, and you can see a few dozen Grung gathered within the city, and cages filled with people in rags, children, men and women, all kind of fending for themselves within these small cages. The Grung stop periodically and poke them with long sticks to get them off the bars, but they don't notice you as you pass. As you make your way towards the lake and away from the town, Lemmy gives a look around and morphs back into his deep gnome form, looks towards all of you and says, "That was close. Good thinking there."
I mean, I didn't know if it would work, but I was hoping it would.
All right. And as he makes his way up to the shores of the lake, and you can see this pristine, crystal clear water unmoving in the night air between these two sort of mountainsides. And Lumley stops at the banks of it and says, "This is their hideout."
And you are sure that he is in there?
From what I know and what I've been able to watch, near that bank of the far western side there, and he points over to it, I've seen them swim down that direction and disappear. There's some sort of passage down there, some entryway. I think it leads into an underground burrow or some sort of cavern beneath there. They need to breathe the same as we do. They can hold their breath for a while, but they can't breathe water, and they stay down there for a long time. So that's got to be where they're at.
Have you seen them leaving anywhere else? Or just there?
Just there. One way in, one way out, it seems. But you're getting wet if you're going down there.
Alright.
That's kind of home for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might have to search around a bit, though. It's pretty murky.
Oh, my poor fur.
Is there anything you can do to help us with this then? Because I'm not used to swimming underwater.
I can swim.
That's good.
Dan,
Yeah?
I don't know how well this will work, but well, guys, I don't know how to swim. So that's a problem. I don't want you going in there alone, really, but can you go in and bring them out?
Bring them
Bait,
out?
sort of.
Oh, like, go in. Hello, frogs, come get me. And swim back out?
Yeah,
Yeah?
unless someone can use their super skills with arcane. I'm not
No.
getting in the lake.
Can you hold your breath, like, for a decent amount of time?
I've never tried.
Okay, try. I count how long she can hold her breath.
Okay. What's your Constitution modifier?
I think it's +1. Hold on, I'm pulling up my screen. No, +2.
+2. So you can hold your breath for, I think, 3 minutes.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember how it works. I think it's 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier, but I will double check.
Yeah, because that's how it was in the earlier editions, but I don't know what 5e is.
Holding breath. See suffocating.
That's always,
So reassuring.
yeah.
Yeah.
183. Okay. Oh, I was like 2 pages away from it. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, 1 plus your Constitution modifier number of minutes.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's a pretty long time.
3 minutes. Well, yeah, I mean, it's more than a lot of people. Okay, so 2 plans. You guys pick which one. I can swim, and I can breathe water, right? So it doesn't matter. I swim down, find them, run in, make a bunch of noise, make them chase me out, and then fight them out here. Or I swim down, find the tunnel, or the entrance, or wherever, come back, I can show you exactly where it is. I'll just hold Lil, I'm pretty strong and I can breathe underwater, so I'll hold on to her, just like swim down real quick, you hold your breath, I'll take you in with me, and then we go in the tunnel.
Hopefully the tunnel is not that long. Because if we can only hold our breath for a certain time, we can't breathe underwater. Well, I can't. I don't know about anyone
No,
else.
but I mean, I figured I'd go in, see how much of it is underwater, and then come back and say, oh, it's just like 10 feet. Or, oh, it's like a mile.
Right. Hopefully it's not a mile.
Oh god, I hope
Yeah.
not.
Lemley,
Oh,
are you
sad
sure
L.
there's not an above ground entrance to this place?
Emily.
Sorry. As far as I have been able to find, I have not found an above ground one. I think that's kind of the purpose.
Alright, I'll dive down, find it, come back, tell you how big it is, and just think about it.
Be safe.
Yeah,
Okay.
please be safe. I know that's your natural habitat, but... And she's gone.
All right, so you go swan dive into the
swimming.
lake. You hit the water, and as you do, you feel the weight of your armor sort of pulling you down a bit, but you push against it, and you are able to swim forward without much resistance, feeling back in your home environment. It's a little dark, but you're able to sort of adjust your eyes and squint into the dim light. You reach the bottom of the lake and the lake bed and begin padding around on it, looking for the entrance. Make a perception check.
$17.
17. You search around for a bit, peering into the darkness of the dim water, having all the time in the world, really. And you see an area where it's kind of divoted. Looks like it pushes in a bit. You swim over to that. You pull away at it. You actually find that there is a piece of fabric or some sort of animal skin that is placed over an entryway. And there is a tunnel here. You go and you peel back this covering, and you can see a tunnel that leads horizontally further up ahead and then seems to slope up.
Does it look like it goes up probably to the surface of the water? Like an air pocket?
It might.
Go check it out.
Okay. You go swim into through the tunnel. As you make it to the part where it starts sloping upwards, you look up and you can faintly see the reflective surface of air above you.
Okay. So about how long is the tunnel?
Not very long, maybe like 10 or 15 feet.
Oh, okay, that's it. All right. I'll go turn around, kick back out.
Okay. So you turn around, you swim out of the tunnel, shooting back up to the surface of the water and to your group.
Just wring out like all my hair all the way down, very long. Oh, I found it. The tunnel. I try to give him an idea of like where in the water it is, but it's only about 10 or 15 feet, and then it goes up to a surface again. So it's not far.
How long can anyone else hold their breath since we tested mine?
Is anyone like real worried about swimming other than Lil? I can
About
ferry
how
people
long-
through.
About how long was she gone?
You had to search the bottom there a bit, so you didn't know where it was exactly. So I'd say you were probably gone about 3 minutes.
Well, that's not. I mean, you weren't gone that long, so
Well, and I had to find it
yeah.
first, but if I could just take you straight there, it will take 1-2
No
minutes.
time at all.
Tops, yeah. What do you guys think? Or I can just go in, yell a bunch, and swim back out and see if they follow me.
I'm like, I think I will be fine, but I'm not. I don't want to speak for anyone else.
I'm happy to try the swim.
Sidel, you're pretty quiet.
I'm fine either way.
Can the thing, the loud thing that you have, the gun, can it get wet? Is that a bad thing for it? Or is it like magic?
Sean.
Okay, I was waiting to see if you were going to ask me.
I'm assuming since it's magic.
It doesn't use gunpowder, so
Cool.
it
I just
can
wanted to make sure.
it can function underwater. However, everyone's all your attack rolls are going to be at disadvantage underwater for everyone anyway, except you because you're
A
water
fish.
person. Yeah.
I was just wondering if we were gonna get in there and you were gonna be like, oh no.
Oh no, it'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Alright. Well, we could swim for it. Lil, I can take you with me.
Okay.
You're small, you're not very heavy.
Well, I'm carrying a lot of stuff, but
Oh yeah.
I'm okay. We can do it. It's gonna be fine. I'm not
fine.
scared at all.
No, it's fine.
Let's go, guys. Everybody follow Den.
I was hitting the wrong button. Does anybody have a constitution less than 1?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so you guys are all good for as far as time is going. You get down there.
So before we go, and I know if this is insensitive, Din, but you are a aquatic creature. I know a little bit about aquatic creatures. Do you have the dual eyelids?
Do I?
Please tell me she has the
Like the
dual eyelids.
crocodile eyes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, watch. And I do like this.
And it.
Yeah.
That is the most awesome thing I've seen today. Okay, we can go. I'm just. Go. Just go.
All right. Before you guys go down, let Lemley stop and says, I guess I'll wait here for you to return then.
I mean,
We good?
if you want,
Yeah.
you
Wait,
can
wait.
come.
If you don't want to go in, you don't seem like a fighter. You'll get
No.
your bag once we deal with Mountain Hopper. If we go in there and he's not there, deal's still not fulfilled.
What if you go in there and he kills you?
Then that's the deal.
Then you can
Let's
go
go,
in.
Den.
Okay, well, I'll just take your stuff out of your rooms back at the place.
I don't have any stuff in that room.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think
Yeah.
I left an oat cake.
You can have that if we die.
All right.
You can have the food.
Don't die, all right?
Hey, man. Why's everybody giving away oatcakes? Those are mine.
Oh right. Barb gets
Oh.
first dibs on oatcakes.
Oh, sorry, Barb. I had to go pray and I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We'll get some when we get back.
Oatcakes for everyone.
I feel like being the heroes of the fort is probably like free oatcakes forever. So.
I agree.
All right.
We are following you.
How heavy is Lil? Like I'm pretty strong, but
It's gonna lower your movement speed. But it's gonna have your movement speed, but everybody's moving at half movement speed anyway, so you're good.
okay, no worries then.
Yeah.
All right,
Since you have a swim speed of 30, don't you?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so it essentially just puts you on par with everyone else.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so I'll keep Lil I hold her like a football and just go, so I have an arm free.
Okay.
I'll try to go I try to warn her. Alright. I'll count down from 3. Hold your breath. 3, 2,
And she jumps
1.
in.
Right.
And I
She
try
does
to
the
go. Yeah, 3, 2, go.
That doesn't work for the whole holding
No.
your breath thing.
No, it doesn't.
Does she do the diver thing where she goes backwards?
Yes.
Hold your nose.
And I'll just try to go. I'll try to make a beeline with her for the tunnel.
Okay, so you're heading first. Okay, so you all follow behind in the murky lake waters below, seeing Den's armor sort of shimmering in front of you as you one by one spoosh, spoosh into the water. You follow behind her as she makes her way towards this tunnel, and you squeeze into this tunnel and proceed through it. It slopes up, and Den, as you make your way further than you did before, emerging from the narrow passageway tunnel into what appears to be a large sort of submerged room. You're still underwater, and the surface is about 10 feet or so above you, and you can see stairs that lead up and out of the water. However, as soon as you make it into the room, you see out of the corner of your eye, and all of you that are right behind her see this too, something very quick and very large making its way in your direction as a massive set of jagged teeth and a long jaw open up to snap down at you. That's going to be... that's going to hit you with a 21 for 9 points of piercing damage. And you're currently grappled by a crocodile that now has a jaw wrapped around one of your legs. And I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative.
Is this a disadvantage since we're all in water?
Yes.
Frack.
Except for aquatic creatures.
Well, I'm not an aquatic creature, Sean.
Okay, yeah, you can get the map set up. That's fine. So everybody just go ahead and roll so now you get it all situated since we had that change around.
I've got to change mine on the thing quickly.
That's fine. I think a couple people forgot to click theirs.
It's just the shock of my friends being eaten by a crocodile. That's all it is.
Sean, do we have to roll twice for disadvantage, or is just initiative?
No, it's not ability checks. It's just attack
Okay.
rolls.
Thank you.
Right, so is everyone okay with my shocking grasp idea? That can't go wrong at all?
I see no problem with this.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I don't think my intelligence is high enough to know science, so...
So this one is latched onto you right now. There. And another one is kind of towards the back. You also notice that both these crocodiles have iron some sort of iron device around their neck that seems to be holding them to a chain, and they are chained to the walls to hold them in place. That will put it, I think, Star, your initiative, you'd be higher. I think your initiative's higher. Yeah. So Star, that'll be you going first.
Okay. I am just gonna swim up to the one that's got Den, and I am gonna try short sword it in the face, in hopefully a soft spot.
Okay, so you swim up as fast as you can and get up with your short sword to stab at her. So go to make your attack with disadvantage.
I have sneaks. Do I have sneak attack because I've got allies within 5 feet?
I think I'm trying to remember if the qualification of it is that you can't be at disadvantage for it. Let me double check. Let's see. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy is another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated. You don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So no, you cannot get sneak attack.
Regular attack then.
Yes.
Disadvantage. Do 15.
15 will hit.
That is 8 piercing damage.
That's a solid hit. So you take out your short sword, you swim up and stab once into the side of this crocodile. You can see some blood begin to drift off into the water. Second attack or bonus action?
If I can get a second attack, then yeah, I'll go for it with it.
If you're dual wielding, then yeah.
Since I'm swimming, would I be able to dual wield? It's just sort of a logistics question on the matter there.
I'll allow it because otherwise it'll get more complicated. So.
Well, you know, I'm really glad I got those extra short swords off Bone Bider.
Yeah. Nice.
22.
Oh wow, that's gonna hit.
22 with disadvantage. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good roll.
Ability mod for that one. That's 3 points of damage.
Okay, 3 points.
1 point rather. Sorry. That was a bad roll. So I haven't got short sword set to an offhand yet, so I have to just do the math in my head.
That's fine. So you take the first short sword, jab it in. You take the second one and do the same. This one is sort of a glancing blow. You actually kind of scrape off of its scales, drawing some more blood. The crocodile sort of rears back a bit, still has Den gripped very tightly in its jaws, but is looking rough.
That is my turn.
All right, Lucius.
Question. Are we still underwater at this point?
Yes.
Crap. Can I see those stairs?
Yeah, you can see those stairs.
Oh god, I'm gonna get so murdered. Okay, so if I move in between them, will they both get attack of opportunities on me?
Only if you're within melee range of both of them at the same time, which, given how they've been attacking, I'll say that they don't have reach. So
okay, cool.
You'll be okay.
All right.
One will get to, but
that's fine. He is going to move between them and then try to get to those stairs and get at least somewhat closer to shore.
Okay, are you going closer to the one that is currently biting Den or closer to the one that is not biting Den?
The one that's biting Den, because he's going to try to attack that one.
Okay, so you swim past it, and the crocodile kind of looks in your direction, but maintains its grapple on Den and cannot bite you.
Well, that's a plus. So he gets there, turns around, and is going to try to rend this creature who is attacking his companion.
Okay. How many spaces you move? You're at half movement. I just realized.
Oh crap! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I have 30 feet of movement, so
you move 15 unless you dash.
So I'll get right about there instead.
Okay, so still in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So about right there. Is my rending still at disadvantage?
Yes, because it is a attack roll.
Cool. Here we go. So 13's not gonna.
13 does hit.
Oh, I'm very surprised.
Yeah, crocodiles are. It's a big, kind of slow-moving creature, unless except that initial burst of speed.
A fantastic 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's it.
Okay, more blood spilling out into the water as it's hit by the rending attack. Still holding on to her, but again, has taken a significant amount of damage. Den, it is on your turn now.
Okay. If I wanted to take Lil and, propel her towards the steps.
Okay.
What is that? Can I do that?
I'd say you can make an athletics check. It's gonna be a really high DC to be able to get her
Yeah.
that far through the water.
Okay, I'm just gonna hang on to her then, because I mostly don't want her to drown. This thing's got my leg.
I will say you've got beneath you. You're about 5 feet away from just the bottom of this bed here, so she wouldn't sink too far if you let go of her. But then again, she can't swim. So
No, okay, I'll hold on to her. Because
okay.
I feel like she's probably really freaked out right now. Can I just grab the thing on its nose and cast inflict wounds on it?
You can try, yeah, because you're not at disadvantage.
14?
Hits.
Whew. 18 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. So as this thing's biting onto you, instead of trying to pull yourself away, you actually grab onto the nose of this creature and send a pulse of necrotic energy through its form. It writhes in pain. You see bubbles come out of the sides of its mouth. As it does, you feel it loosen its grasp on your leg and begin to drift away, its eyes rolling back. This crocodile's dead.
Ah! I start swimming for the stairs.
Okay, so you can go 15 feet with Lil.
Can I go like straight through where the crocodile is, or I have to go around?
Yeah, it's dead, so I'll let you go through it.
Okay, so I've got over there. Just to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, that's 20 feet. You're only at 15 feet.
Oh
away then.
no, I went one too far.
Yeah, I went too far.
Oh no. Right there.
Okay, that
Sorry.
works. You're really close, so. All right, Barb.
All right. So I assume I'm still like underwater and everything.
Yes, still underwater. You have half your normal movement, and you can still attack. You're just at disadvantage on your attacks.
Okay, I have half my normal movement. Wait. I mean, that's half.
Yeah, 15 feet. If your movement's 30, then you can get there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna swim over there. And can I rage underwater? Like-
Yeah, you use your bonus action to rage. Are you doing your special rage, or are you doing your normal rage?
I think. Well, I mean, okay. Am I gonna be? So my disadvantage comes from underwater because like I can't exactly like.
Hard to swing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. Yeah, I guess I'll do my like super special. Then.
Okay, so you begin to feel the adrenaline course through as you pluck away at the strings. You can't. It's a muffled sound of your lute. It's difficult for you to hear it, but that sort of sense memory more so causes you to go into that rage. And as you do, there's this sort of glow that begins to emanate around your body as the rage hits that boiling point, and the water around you begins to heat up with that radiant energy.
All right, and I would like to do my I would obviously like to use my Radiant.
Okay, so you want to make your attack first?
Yeah.
All right.
4.
Oh, were you doing your reckless attack and great weapon master?
Yeah.
Oh, then that would cancel out the disadvantage. It would just be. Normally, I just need you to tell me that you're going to be doing that beforehand, but I'll let it happen this time. So, what was your first roll? Your normal roll.
I would be 16.
Okay, then that'll hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Disadvantage cancels out it, or advantage cancels out the disadvantage, so it just makes it a normal roll.
Good to know. And I do 17 points of slashing.
Okay, just go ahead and roll your radiant damage too, since that's gonna finish
5.
out your turn. 5. Okay, so with one strike of your great loot, you bring it down on top of this crocodile's head, and then there is a surge of radiant energy that whelms around you and wraps around this crocodile, searing its bloody form and killing the creature in one fell swoop.
And you were worried that you wouldn't like to play a barbarian.
Shut up.
Savage.
I literally just like one hit killed this dude.
So that's going to take us out of initiative. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, I swim up to the stairs.
Yeah, swim to the stairs.
Stairs.
Out of the water, and then I shake like, a cat or dog does to get the water out.
Okay, so you all swim up to the stairs as quickly as you can, emerging into the darkened chamber.
You did.
Right.
You did not let us know about that.
I didn't know. They weren't there before.
Okay.
Don't know where they were, but would have told you had I known. Lil,
Okay.
you alright?
Everyone okay?
Oh, I'm great.
I don't think I like swimming.
That's okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey, can I like steal the crocodile's teeth?
Sure. Make a strength check.
Okay.
For loot picks.
All right. Exactly. Loot picks are like, loot embellishments.
Pretty things.
Strength.
Your tuning picks could be the crocodile teeth.
That's
Oh,
what I
that
was
would be
just about
good.
to say.
12.
12. Okay, so you're able to wrench out 2 of the crocodile's teeth before having to submerge or emerge from the water.
Okay. All right. Are they big ones?
They're fairly big. They're maybe about 2 inches long.
Okay, cool. I can do something with that.
And you all emerge onto these steps, and there's a platform at the top of this half-submerged room. And ahead of you are a set of open doors that lead down a darkened corridor.
Can I bandage up my horribly bleeding leg really quick?
Okay.
Just wipe that off.
Den, here.
And I'll. How hurt are you?
I'm okay. I'm down like 9.
Okay.
It's
Well,
fine.
for now, I'll give you 5 points of.
Oh,
Here,
that's great.
feel better.
And I put my hand on it
Ow.
and give her laying on of hands.
Thank you.
Try to seal the wound at least.
Alright. No more blood everywhere.
Is anyone else hurt? By any chance?
I'm okay. I just
Alright.
out of breath, I think. Again.
Okay. So, for your first swimming experience, it went well. Kind of.
Is that normal?
No. Not at all.
No.
I don't like those guys. Let's go and deal with Mountain Jumper. But maybe we can try and find a way out, not through water.
Yeah. We could do that.
We could try to do that.
Okay,
Onward.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
That was my next question.
I will.
All right. And are you guys still sneaking, or are you just moving ahead? By the way, it is pitch black here.
Well, I can't see.
I
Guys,
can, yay!
Do you want a light?
I
'Cause
can, too.
I can't see anything in the dark. It is my one weakness.
That's very surprising.
Well, it's very dry up here. So light, or is someone gonna let me hold on to the back of their shirt?
Hold on. Lil may not have dark vision, so she may
As a
not be a great
halfling-
leader.
No.
Yeah, as a halfling. Wow, we
Yeah.
go from one group that like everyone had dark vision to a group where half of them don't.
Dude, I was literally just saying, like, I was like in my head, I was just about to ask Sean and be like, hey, so when I do that cloak of the bat thing, oh wait, sorry, new character, who dis?
Oh wait, okay. Who can see in the dark?
I can.
Okay. So light, probably. 'Cause
Yeah, I think it'll take out the element of surprise, but I think we're gonna take out the element if we're banging into stuff too.
Oh, I just thought it was everyone but me. All right, I'll cast light. What?
If you want, you can just hold on to my tail.
I mean, that's very true.
If something attacks us, I think I'd like to see it. No offense.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Den and I are probably the best armored, aren't we? Like, you kind of want us in front because we have a chance of taking the hit a little bit better. No offense.
That's fine. It gives me a chance to run away.
Yeah. All right, so you hide behind us, and we'll take the light. Bob, do you want to go with us with the light?
Sure.
All right. And then Sadel, you need to be far away from stuff.
Yep.
All right. Lucius, you just do whatever you want, I guess.
What I always do.
Yeah.
He actually casts bark skin on himself.
Okay.
And I will cast light on my shield this time, because that seems like fun.
Okay.
And
You
a
cast
beacon.
light on your shield, and it illuminates this area that was otherwise pitch black before, and you see the hallway ahead of you now a little bit better. Through the set of double doors is about a 10-foot wide hallway that stops after about 15 feet and goes off to the left and the right through two narrow hallways.
So it's like a T intersection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, because this will make it easier. As Lil and Den head up to the T intersection there, you can see the passageway to the left leads off into the darkness beyond, and a passageway to the right, which seems to curve or have a turn to it. You also notice that at the end of this hall here, if you can see that purple and that gray, do I need to change the color of my icon?
I can see it.
that.
We're good.
You see it? Okay. At the end of this hallway, this door, or where there must be a door, you see a faint bit of light coming out from it underneath through some cracks.
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna be listening out as well.
That's a 6.
I got a 24.
9.
Okay. So Lil and Star don't hear anything. It's pretty quiet. You hear the dripping of water. That's about it.
Still got water in our ears.
Yeah. Den, not suffering from the same problem, you actually do hear some rummaging around and some movement from the end of that hall. Yes.
I hear something. That way.
Okay, I don't hear anything, but lead on.
What does it sound like?
Something rummaging around.
It's good to know. Hopefully, hopefully they do not see us coming.
They might see me, but
Well, I mean,
they won't see the rest of you.
that's true.
Alright, let's go. I can start going that way.
Clang, clang, clang.
Okay.
I follow right up next with her.
So you head down the hall, Den. As it is narrow, you have to move one at a time. Who's going behind them?
I'll follow them.
I'll be behind Star.
Okay.
Are we going? Okay, so I assume Den is leading.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to the right.
Yeah. On the.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Barb and Sato, I assume you guys are following along behind.
Yeah.
Yep, taking up the rear.
Okay. So we got Barb and then Sato here. Okay. So as you make your way down the hall, Den, you hear that noise seems to be coming from the room on your left. You get to about here. You also notice that the wall to your right has a fissure sort of running down it. It's pretty narrow, too narrow for most of you to fit through. Maybe your halfling friend could fit through it, but the rest of you would have a difficult, nearing impossible time. On your left, though, you see a closed stone door. It's partially ajar, and you can hear some talking beyond it, or some conversation beyond it, and it sounds like Grung.
Can I tell how many?
Best guess from your previous perception check, it sounds like 2 voices.
Alright. I whisper. We've got 2 of them in here. How do we want to play this?
Do what you do best. Kick in that door.
Alright,
Let's go.
kick in the door.
All right, you come around the corner and you kick open the door. As you do, opens up into a small 10 by 15 foot room. Inside, you see 2 red-colored Grung currently kind of rooting through some barrels, and the whole place is sort of stacked high with sacks of food and piles of weaponry, and it looks like a ton of scavenged supplies and materials. Den, that puts you about here. What would you like to do? As you have a surprise round on them.
I want to... Oh man, such a tiny room. Can I use my Emissary of the Sea ability to try to yell at them?
Okay, what would you like to say?
And tell them, get on the ground! Like a bad cop show.
Okay.
Or you
Make
die.
an intimidation check.
17.
17. Okay. So you come around the corner, kick open the door. As you do, you see the 2 Grung inside kind of look back in your direction as some food and grains scatter across the stonework. You kind of grunt at them in the series of kind of broken Auckland and gestures to convey to that threat to them. As you do, the Grung kind of and shrink away. One of them immediately sort of flattens himself on the ground. The other one sort of shrinks away into the corner, looking at you, frightened and confused.
Don't sass me. Get on the ground or you die.
Kind of lays down on the ground. Both of them are kind of peering up with you with their black, shiny eyes.
Alright, what we do?
I mean,
Tie him up.
dead rats don't squeak. Just saying.
I think they're frogs, but okay.
Dead frogs don't croak?
I have an idea. It means they don't have to die.
Alright,
I'm completely fine either way.
shoot.
I'll just put them to sleep.
That would work.
That's
Try
fine
it.
by me.
You do notice out of the corner of your eye, Dan, one of them kind of reaching back for a dagger.
I go go take it.
I'm kind of. So, Star, you casting sleep on them?
I am getting to where I can sort of see them both, squeezing past my comrades as I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
kind of squeeze it between them.
Yeah, and I am casting sleep. Find on my thing.
Sean,
Yes.
is my vapor puppet to like make one like 10 minutes or an action or
What does it say on the, I don't have the sheet in front of me.
it doesn't really say anything.
I think it's an action.
Well,
It lasts for 1 hour.
That should say as an action or something like that.
That's not the best roll in the world. It can only affect up to 20 hit points worth of creatures.
Okay. Yeah, you can use an action to create a shape of smoke or fog into mindless humanoid. Yeah, so an action to create it.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so you go into or kind of peer around the corner of the room and you wave your hand through the air. As you do, this drifting of kind of glimmering little fey dust appears and settles down on them. And you see one of the Grung kind of neither one of them seems to fall asleep.
I tried.
Want to
Well-
knock him unconscious?
Well, I guess it's my turn.
I say
Unless
we just bop them in the head. We do like need some of them around to cause a bunch of chaos. So
I mean, we can just. It's fine by me.
or I could just like lock them in here.
Well, and he kind of looks at the door. Is the door like kicked off its hinges?
No, it wasn't that hard. It just kind of slammed open, broke one of the barrels, but it's still in one piece.
Well, I mean, we could lock them in here, but they're going to make noise.
If we can knock them out, then I say we do so.
All right.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you guys going to knock them out?
Punch them in the face.
I will walk in
Repeatedly.
and non-lethally hit them with my warhammer two-handed.
Are you guys all just going to gather around them and begin wailing on these two frogs until they...
I am just gonna stand out of the way. I did my part.
Just call me Joe Pesci.
Oh, man. Okay.
I think you've actually killed Kyle with that one.
So as you all, we're not going to roll for this one just because it's going to get too brutal here. But as a number of you walk into the room, kind of just like greaser style, just hitting your weapons, you you line up around them, and as you bring up your weapons, you bring them down, but on both Grung's heads, seeing in sort of a first-person view, as the last thing they see is the butt of a hammer, an axe, or a gun, and it cuts to black. And that's where we'll go ahead and take a break here, as you guys knock these Grung out.
I can't believe that worked.
One, great reference. Two, I share a birthday with Joe Pesci, so that is amazing.
Is awesome.
All right, let's say 10 minutes work.
Yes.
Okay, be back here in 10 minutes then. All right, we are back. Let's. I guess I don't really have any announcements to make, so let's get started. So after the group has knocked out the two red Grungs, I'm hearing myself on Twitch through somebody's. I guess I don't really have any announcements to make, so let's get started.
My Twitch is muted, so it's not me.
Mine. Yep, mine's muted.
Mine's muted.
Okay, I think it stopped.
It did stop.
That was weird. I was hearing myself on a 30-second delay, and it was really
That
disconcerting.
might have been me.
Okay. It's all right. So, after knocking out the two red Grung that were guarding over the storeroom, their unconscious bodies lying on the ground, this room is filled with a number of supplies that look like they've been stolen and scavenged from caravans and the nearby settlements. There are daggers and shields, ropes, javelins, quivers, all sorts of things.
I grab Den, and I'm like,
Hey, Den, can you shine your shield in the crack that's behind us?
Oh, yeah.
and I
Alright.
want to take a look and see if I can see anything in there
Okay.
before I shimmy through.
Yeah, you shine your light in there, and it recedes back a bit. You get an idea that it does seem like it goes back a little ways, but it curves off and seems to go out of sight.
Well, since I don't have a way to make light, maybe I won't go back in there, but I'm really kind of interested to see what it is. It seems weird.
Maybe if we go the other way, we can find where it comes out.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Alright. And I everybody out. Shut the Grung in the room.
Yes, you can. So you herd everybody out of the room and close the door to the storeroom behind you, kind of wedging it shut the best you can with the two Grung bodies inside.
Now what?
Back
Well-
the other way, I guess.
It's the only way, unless this wall is, a false wall.
Stop pushing on it.
Yeah, I was like, can I check the wall just to see?
Yeah. Make an investigation check. Either or both of you.
Alright.
I rolled a 15 with my -2.
I got an 11.
Okay. You feel at the wall and look for any sort of latches or movement to it, and it doesn't seem to give.
I don't see anything.
I mean, I can go in if you want me to.
Maybe
Go
we just go
into-
around the other side.
Nah, I think it's best if we just wait. It's probably not a good idea for you to go in by yourself.
Well, then let's go the other way.
Why are we going on the way? Saddle, we're going the other way.
Right behind you.
So you guys
In
all
front.
do you all kind of are you guys switching around, or is Sadel going first now?
I'll lead.
Okay. So Sadel, you all sort of bunch back together and start heading down the hallway, get to the end, go in the other direction, and as you do, you see that this hallway turns to an abrupt left, goes about 20 feet, and then seems like it cuts left again.
As we move along, since I'm tiny, or since I'm small, can I weave in between people's legs and get up to Sadel? Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because you can move through other future spaces.
Yes, I
so-
can.
So you can certainly do that. So I'll move Sadel here and kind of wedge you up there.
Oh, I create my vapor puppet.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to Shift people around a bit. And then we'll drag the vapor puppet. As you form the puppet out of smoke into the air next to you. All right, so Sadel, you see the hallway continue left. Keep following.
Yep.
All right, so you move to the end of this hall. With everyone else, I'll move them behind you. And this one appears to go straight ahead, but branches off to the right, and then you can see it goes about another 20 feet past that and branches off to the right again.
I'll like sneak up to this first place that it branches out, and, like peek my head out.
Okay. So move you right here, and you peek around the corner. Let's see. Do work with these blocks. Okay. I don't have enough squares to... Okay, so I'm just going to do this. So this one looks like it cuts to the right and then cuts to the left again. So it looks like it kind of winds around.
Which way do you think we should go?
I don't know. That little, like, crevice looks like it leads to something maybe further down this hall, but the hall, it looks like it turns. I don't know. Wanna go straight?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go straight.
All right, so you walk straight down the hall this direction. I assume is everybody else following behind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Just gonna move everyone up. Sadel, as you take a few steps forward past the turn and you head down this hall, when you step here, you feel something shift underneath you, and the ground seems to give way for a moment. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I reach for him? Because I'm like right here.
22.
Okay, 22. As the floor gives way in the 5-foot section of floor beneath you, it collapses, and you reach up and you grab on to the lip of the pit on the other side, holding yourself there, avoiding the fall. As you look down, you see that the pit seems to fall about 10 feet onto a series of spikes on the ground.
Sadel!
And I run down and I try to pull him out of the thing.
Okay, he's on the other side of this 5 foot. He's kind of gripped onto the lip on the other side of the pit there.
Oh. Well, shoot.
What can I do?
Do we hear this?
I mean, you probably see it.
Okay.
Let's see. That would put you guys all about right here now.
Am I able to pull myself up?
You can. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna definitely do that.
So you pull yourself up onto the lip and onto solid ground on the other side, or at least it seems solid. It's only about a 5-foot gap, so you guys could jump over it pretty easily if you wanted to.
Could I?
But that'll put... Yeah, I mean, you're short, but you're strong, aren't you?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just know my rolling luck.
But it seems that the ground on the other side is stable.
For now.
Dun dun dun. But as you hit this side of the pit, Sadel, and you look, turn around the corner, you can see that the hallway seems to intersect with the one below, and continues off to the left.
I will. Yeah, I'll just very slowly now start making my way forward, making sure I'm not gonna fall into any more pits.
Okay, just make an investigation check as you go to search the ground in front of you.
A 12.
Okay, so you're kind of feeling out the ground, moving slowly as you round the corner. Are the rest of you crossing this pit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and move everyone. So it's only 5 feet wide, so I won't make a check. Vapor Puppet can actually just hover over it. So I'll put you like this. And Sato, you hit the end of the hallway, and turning to your left and the right, you see that the hall goes off that way. Let's see. And cuts off to the right, leading down below. There's also, so to your left, the hall continues and seems to curve off. And to your right, there is another sort of entranceway, another door.
Any light coming from underneath it?
There is a small, sort of very thin stream of light heading under this door.
Can we hear anything?
A perception check.
4.
Pretty quiet.
I'm afraid to make any suggestions because of what just happened.
I'm fine, Lilibet.
Are you sure? I'm really sorry.
He's also
all
drunk.
right.
Well, do we want to do another kick in the door? We could maybe whisper back to Den and she can go the other way, or I don't know.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So in this game of telephone, Lilibet turns around and tells Barb,
Hey, tell Den to carefully go down the hallway she's standing in front of and meet us at the door so she can do her awesome kick-in door and intimidation thing. Or, wait, do you want to do that, Barb?
Doesn't matter to me. Barb
it.
tells Den anyways.
What? Get a frown and lick the floor. What?
How did you get frown and lick the floor from?
Go around and kick the door. Got it?
There you go. Sir, what did you tell her?
So do you head down the hallway that you are currently at, Den?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very carefully.
Okay. Den, you begin making your way to the end of the hall. Nothing seems to happen. So make your way around to the corner and proceed up to the door. Is anybody else doing anything?
The vapor puppet goes behind her
Okay.
and is like backing her up.
I'm gonna squeeze in between Citadel and the wall and come up right here.
I'm gonna fire them around the other side.
Okay. So Den, what are you doing? Okay.
There we go. My audio was funky. The same thing I did last time. I will kick open the door, trying not to break it.
Okay. You kick open the door and it swings wide. As it does, a smell hits you of sort of a pungent smell. It smells like algae, essentially, like built up on like scum on the top of water. It's a pretty noxious scent. As it opens, you see that there is a short ledge that leads out into this room, and then it drops off into a pool of water that fills the rest of it. The room seems to, or the water itself is dark and murky, and there are a few sort of torch lights on the walls that seem to illuminate this room in a dull glow.
Did we just find the Grung bathroom? Because, oh my god.
I mean, being part of an army, you get used to certain smells. That's never one of them.
Close the door. Close the door.
Alright, I just closed the door.
Okay, so you just close the door again, sealing off the smell.
Okay. So, note to self. Grung's horrible housekeepers.
Just be glad you don't have my nose. Ugh,
Oh, that's gonna stay with you for days, isn't it?
I hope not. I am having a bath. I am having a bath when we get back. So,
So,
Well, shall we go on ahead?
it seems that's the only way to go.
Well, we gotta be careful about disappearing floors.
With
I almost,
spikes.
yeah, I almost caused Sidel to fall in one. So, I'll go first, I guess. It's my turn.
So
Okay.
I cautiously make my way. I'm looking for slightly off flooring that may scare the crap out of me.
All right, make an investigation check.
That's a 2?
Okay, you go strolling forward. Nothing wrong with this floor. You take a few steps forward, and then a few more steps, and it doesn't seem like anything triggers or happens. You reach the end of the hall, and you turn to your right, and this short passageway ends at an entryway, which leads into a large circular room that seems to extend up.
Like stairs or just a really tall room that like the hallway comes in and then it like goes up from there?
It goes up from there.
Okay.
Circular, and there's a lot of rubble in the room. At least from the angle that you're at. You're not in it yet, unless you wish to enter the room.
And it's dark in the room, and I'm assuming unless Den comes around with me, I can't see anything.
Yes.
Oh, I'll go.
All right, so you follow along behind, and the two of you enter the room and illuminate it. You see that there is a lot of rubble on the ground of something that collapsed in here. And as you look up, you can actually make out debris sort of jutting from the wall in a spiral pattern moving up. And at sort of the top, you see a ledge coming out from the wall. And it seems as though there's a partially broken set of stairs that ends about 30 feet up.
What do you think? Think they're up there?
Maybe.
You do see a little bit of light kind of flickering over the
want me to
ledge.
climb and have a look.
Can somebody get up there?
Yeah, Stark and Klein.
Well, and you are pretty sneaky.
Yeah. We'll watch from down here. I'll catch you if you fall.
I'm gonna try and quietly climb the wall and peek my head over.
Okay, so you begin to size up the wall to climb up. You do notice, as you're now all in here in the light, there is another similar fissure in the wall of this room that seems to lead, sort of, if you came in from the north, it seems to lead back north. So
it's probably the end of the other one.
it might be.
Okay.
Shortcut.
But as you, Star, you begin to climb the wall as everybody gathers in this room, pulling yourself up pretty quickly. As you make your way towards the top, you do notice something moving up on the ledge, and you hear a cracking noise, and you see something loom over the ledge, and then
just like push myself into the wall.
okay. as you see a cluster of debris get pushed off of the ledge and begin to fall down on top of all of you. So, Star, make a dexterity saving throw along with everyone else.
Did you literally rocks fall us?
Wait, dexterity save and dexterity check are same, right?
Not if you have which you don't have proficiency in it. So the check and the save is the same thing for you.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Sorry.
I rolled a 5.
10.
11.
Uno.
Natural
What was
20.
What was the total on your roll?
2.
Okay, natural 20.
Yep.
And what's the total on that?
24.
4.
8.
8. Okay. Everyone but Sadell fails. As the rocks fall, and Sadell, you dodge out of the way. You try to press yourself up against the wall, Star, but you still feel one clip you in the shoulder. You maintain your hold on the wall, but you all take, except for Sadell, 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the rocks strike you. And you see above you, as you look back up, another red grung head sort of peek out over the top and then duck back away.
Ow. He dies. I'm gonna
Star,
kill
are
him.
you okay?
I just sort of do a thumbs up down behind me. How close am I to the top of the thing?
You're about halfway up now because your climb speed is 30 feet. 20 feet. Okay, so you were close to halfway up when this happened, so you can continue to climb up the side. Is everybody else waiting down there?
Is there any other way to get up
You
that
can
we
climb.
can see? So there's no stairs or anything.
No, not that you can see. But anybody can attempt. The handholds are pretty loose. It's not a difficult climb to make its way up.
I start climbing up behind
Sure,
him.
I start climbing up.
I'm feeling froggy. I think I'll climb too.
Okay, I just need those that are going to try to climb up to make a strength check or an athletics check if you're proficient.
I mean, it can't get worse.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 14.
I also rolled a 14.
I rolled a 12.
All right. Is there anybody else that needed to make a check to get up? Oh. It's athletics, not
Oh,
acrobatics.
shoot.
But it's fine. Just what is your role? What would be your modifier for athletics?
2.
Okay. So I think you're still good.
So, yeah, I made that mistake too. 21 instead.
Okay. So what everybody roll? So we had 7 for Den, 14 for Lucius, 14 for Lil, 21 for Barb, and minus 18 for Sadell. So the DC is only 10 for that. So Den, you start to try to climb. You have a hard time pulling yourself up. You kind of have to let go and dry off your hands. They're a bit slick from swimming
My
around
leg
underwater.
hurts still from
Yeah,
the
and that
crocodile.
too. Yeah. The rest of you are able to begin to scale the wall. It's slow, but you're able to begin pulling yourself up. As you make it to the top, Star, you pull yourself up. You see the remnants of this rubble that was pushed down. It seemed to have been stacked here to be pushed over on intruders. You see that the hallway ahead of you seems to it's about a 10-foot wide hallway, wider than the ones before, heads straight forward about 25 feet and then curves off to the left. And you see for the brief moment this red grung disappear out to the left. Seems to be rushing ahead of you. I won't move
How far
everybody.
away is he?
He was about 25 feet away as he vanished as you were pulling yourself up over the side.
Nah, damn it. Okay. So we can't get shots off on him?
No.
Damn.
Well,
Damn these. Oh.
It's going to be helping people climb over the ledge.
Okay. Dan, why don't you make me another check?
Does my vapor puppet just like float up?
Yeah, it can hover, so.
Okay.
23.
23, much better. So you've been to scale the wall as you all make your way up to the top of the ledge. I'll move you guys over to that map.
How is the leg then?
Fine. Stings.
Want some more healing?
No, it's alright.
Okay, just let me know.
Thank you.
That climb probably did not help anything. So, I'm going to go kill this frog. So, excuse me. And he, like, slowly makes his way down the hall. Still kind of checking for traps as much as he can, because he just got clipped by one.
Okay. Make an investigation check. I love just throwing one trap in and making everybody paranoid for the rest of the game.
Right. Hey, I've been through the Tomb of Horrors, okay? I know. 13.
13. Okay. You begin to sort of feel at the ground, and you don't notice anything as you proceed to the end of the hall. As you make it to the end, you see that the hallway continues straight ahead, about 35 feet, branches off to the right and left at the end. There's a pile of rubble towards the end on the right side. It makes it seem like the passageway might have collapsed over there. Not the same on the left, though. That one seems to go forward, go off a ways, and you can see a bit of light coming in from that direction.
Well, we have another hallway with another door with more light underneath of it. So, Dinner Barb, do your thing.
This one doesn't seem like there's a door. It seems like there is like a full amount of light coming into the passageway.
I stand corrected. There's no door. The rock hit and it's confused. He slowly makes his way, kind of like skirting the wall, and peeks aside.
Okay. Is everybody following behind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which has to be really creepy, seeing like a tiefling just...
I just have the image of, like, as you're saying, Scooby-Doo eyes, so you just got, like, the tiefling at the top, then the fish person, then the cat person.
Yeah. So you're making your way to the end of the hall. So go ahead and just move yourself to where you're going.
Sweet. Yeah, so, like, right there. Hopefully he doesn't, die horribly.
Everybody else following behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you peer around the corner, you see a large open room. With pillars coming up out of four corners of a dais in the center. And currently standing in front of that dais is the red frog. Behind it, in the center, there is a yellow one. You see that the red frog is sort of hunched over, not really looking up at the much larger yellow creature. The large frog, you weren't stealthing at this point. You kind of just peer around the edge, kind of looks up in your direction, has a gold coloring to him, a much more vibrant gold than you've seen any of the Grung have previously. Looks to be tattoos or war paint across the front of his face, wearing looks to be armor made of hide and other animal leathers, and at his side, a short sword which he is grabbing and beginning to pull from the hilt. It's a beautiful blade that is reminiscent and looks very familiar to you of the blade taken from Captain Race. The chief lets out a growl in your direction as Chief Tarakawa steps back and barks out in Grung. The red one wheels around, looking at you, and begins to mutter under his breath as well. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
I think he knows we're here.
I swear to God, guys, my rolls today. I think I got whatever freaking Alex had last week.
The curse is lifted.
I got a 5.
I
got
have
8.
to change it. I got a 13.
Yeah, I have to change mine as well. We're not actually. Yeah,
Keep forgetting to click these tokens.
What game are we playing?
Right?
How
We're
does
playing
this work?
Munchkin, right?
Yeah, we kick indoors. Let's do
Right.
this.
Kick indoors, check for loot. That's fine.
Alright.
Sadel and Barb, I assume you guys aren't all the way back there on the map.
No, I would have followed.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't get the notification up, so I think I did have my token selected. Yes, that's the right number. Hooray!
Sorry, getting all these rolled.
It's frightening how bad these rules have been for me.
It's just one of those days, right?
Apparently.
Well, for me, it was the last 3 sessions of our last game, and
It's true. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Rolled it really well on initiative.
are you sure? We had this coming because we devastated his boss last game.
Well, and we one-shotted his
crocodile.
one of his crocodile.
Sorry.
We're so sorry.
Barb,
This-
don't be sorry.
this
That's what you're
music-
supposed to do.
Is frightening.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm very scared right now.
Okay.
Of a frog.
At the start of combat, Chief Tarakawa, he begins to draw his short sword, but instead lets that fall and choosing to draw the bow on his back. He knocks an arrow, aims, and fires in your direction, Lucius.
Well, fuck him.
I'm gonna have him. He's gonna move around since you're kind of around that corner there. He's gonna move here, get a better shot. That is going to be an 18, so I think that hits you.
That still does hit me.
Yeah, so that's going to be 5 points of piercing and 7 poison.
Oh.
He then uses the rest of his movement to rush around behind this pillar here. You hear a bark, kind of. As he does that, you hear a similar kind of croaking noise, from the left and the right of door, out of sight from you currently. Star, it is your turn.
am I able to sort of push past?
I'll let you move throughout your allies' spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, that because this is not a good turn order for us right now. Right.
Suddenly, a frog comes around the corner and lightning bolt.
Right. I'm going to use my cat's talent, so I get double my movement speed this turn. And
Okay.
what I want to do is I'm going to come around to there. I'll use disengage when I get closer and want to push away, so he can't
Okay.
get his opportunity attack. And I'm going into this corner here.
Okay, as you come around the corner, before you move there, you want to move yourself back because you see on the left and the right 2 giant frogs sitting and resting in the corners of the room. Just kind of these large, bulbous creatures now staring in your direction. They seem to be the source of the noise that you heard before.
Okay, seeing them, I'm not going to run right into the corner then. I'm actually going to... how tall is the sort of the dais bit? Can I just sort of run over it, or...?
Yeah, you could run over it. There are like 2 steps leading up. It's only about a foot tall.
I can make it all the way into that corner there.
Yes, you can.
Go to there, though, so I'm a bit hidden from Big Golden Ugly. That's
Okay.
my turn then.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I do still have my main action, don't I? 'Cause I
Yeah,
can
bonus
just-
action, regular dash. So yeah, you're good. You can do something if you want.
I am... I'm gonna throw a dagger at the red Grung.
Okay, the one you ran past.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
16.
16 will hit.
6 piercing damage to him.
All right, 6 piercing damage as you hurl the dagger at the Grung wildling. It sinks into his back. You weren't able to get the sneak attack because he was very aware of your presence, but it does seem to do a significant amount of damage and sort of pulls at the dagger and yanks it out, throwing it to the side. So, staying there.
Staying there, that's my turn.
All right, Barb.
All right, so how do I get through all of these people?
I said I decided to let you guys. You can move through each other's spaces without, since you're all friendly creatures. I'll let you move through each other's space without a movement penalty.
Cool. Sorry, I missed that.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm gonna move all the way over here, and Can I throw my loot?
You can. Wouldn't do loot damage. It would do improvised weapon damage. You may certainly try if you want.
Like, I can't just, like... And then it just chunk, you know?
It's not a very aerodynamic. It's not made for throwing.
I mean, it's heavy, though, right?
It's heavy. If it hits it, it'll do damage. It just won't be. It won't be as good as if it was wielded normally. I can pull that up and tell you what the damage on an improvised weapon is.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. Well, for the sake of it, I mean, you can make an attack with it, and I'll let it do a d6 damage.
What does it currently do? D12? Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'll do that.
Okay. So go ahead and go ahead and make an attack roll with your.
And we'll just have it.
No, roll the d6 instead of the d12.
How I do this?
So just roll the
Oh,
attack
just roll
like
a
normal.
D6?
No, roll your attack first.
But it's a D12.
Well,
never
your
mind, never
d20
mind.
attack
I got
roll.
it, I got it. Never mind. Yep, sorry.
Okay.
So,
Tell everybody at home what you just rolled.
so I may or may not have gotten a natural 20, with my +5 making
Screw it, because it was a natural 20, just roll normal damage.
Yay!
Why not?
So 19?
Okay, so you take your loot and you throw it forward. It kind of through the air, sticks into the front of this wildling. It's just like thrown back off his feet, lands on the ground with the axe sticking out of it, and just barely is able to get back to its feet with the pulling the loot or the axe from its down the side of it. It is on the verge of death right now.
Yay!
All right. Okay, so that ends your turn, which will put it to its turn now, as it is hurt and having a really rough time. It is going to use its action to heal itself a bit. So you see it kind of take its hand and place it on its chest. Okay, and it heals up its wounds slightly. And then it rushes over between on the other side of these two pillars to get away from the loot throwing creature. Lucius.
Ow. Just letting everyone know. Ow. So he is going to have to move, because I'm guessing he can't see the one that Barb just basically took out, right? Like from where he is now, he'd have to move.
I'll say you saw it hit. You know that the creature
Okay.
got hit and then moved out of the way because you're pretty close to the edge.
All right. He's just gonna move to here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to rend it. Just to get the one that Barb hit.
Okay. It has a little bit of cover from there. If you moved another 5 feet forward, then you'd be able to get it without a cover bonus. But you can still see it. It's just got about like half cover.
So like there.
Yeah, there. Then
Alright.
you have a clear shot.
Sweet. Any help will do. 17.
Hits.
Sweet. Another 2 points of damage.
Okay. 2 points. Oh, I didn't put your vapor potion on the
That's
ground.
what I was gonna.
Yeah, it's with you. It's just
Yeah, I assumed.
put it back where you were at the start of all this.
Yeah. So.
Also, is he near my loot?
Yes, it's like right at his feet.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Gotcha. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing the vapor puppet can just barely make it up to the guy. Is it
It has 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can make it there.
Okay, so he's gonna go up there, and he's gonna try to punch it in its face.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay. Sure. Roll damage.
8 points of damage.
All right. And as the vapor puppet comes forward, takes a fist and clocks this Grung across the face, there's a cracking noise as the Grung goes and then collapses to its knees and falls face forward onto the dais.
Can I pick up the Axe of Doom and, like, hand it back? Or because I moved?
You've used your bonus action, and most of your movement. I don't think you're going to be able to get it back to her. But you can, as a free action, Barb, pick up the loot on your way into the room.
Cool. That's it for me.
Okay. That will put it to Sadel's turn.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can even do anything.
Natural 20. Whatever it is, natural 20.
All right.
Of course.
So, can I see anyone from here?
I will say that you can see the frogs. I'll say that you can see the giant frogs in the corners. Actually, you've got a line of sight. He's got about half cover, but you can see the guy in the corner, Chief Tarkawa.
Okay. But the frogs aren't in any cover for me?
No, I'll say because you're like right there by the door, I'd say you can sort of lean in and take your shot.
Okay, then yeah, then I'll Shoot the one on the right
All right. Okay. Take your shot.
with my Thundermonger ability.
All right.
19,
19 hits.
9 piercing, and 3 thunder damage.
That's 12
Also,
points
we're
of
in a
damage
really
total.
small room, so that's going to be real loud.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it is.
guys.
So all of you instinctually grip your ears as Settle comes wheeling around the corner and takes a shot at the frog, kind of crouched in a defensive position over in the far right corner. The bullet hits, and the explosion is deafening to all. You feel a ringing in your ears. The frog is hit and is bleeding onto the ground and looks to be in a lot of pain, but is still up.
That's my turn.
Okay. I'll put it to Den's turn.
Alright. Following everyone else's lead, I would like to walk into the room so I can see what's happening.
Okay.
Oh! Hello. Look at all those frogs. Okay. I can sort of see Turkawa from here.
Yeah.
I know his general vicinity. Lucius right in front of me. No, you know what? Lilibet's coming! And I just pat Lucius on the shoulder. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon right by Chief Turakawa.
Okay. I don't have a token for your spiritual weapon, do I?
I know, I forgot. We'll do that this week.
It's okay. I'll just put a circle on there.
It's a hammer. A lightning-y hammer. It's got lightning coming off of it. And I want to smack him with it.
Of course. Go ahead and make your attack.
14?
Just hits.
Ooh. That is... Oh, wow! 12!
Yeah.
12 force damage.
All right.
Okay, that's my bonus action. And so for my action... Oh, I can do a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Can I do a sacred flame on the frog that Saddle just shot at?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I do that. So that's a dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
That's a 20 for the frog.
Boo.
But it is able to leap out of the way of your spiritual weapon or sacred flame as it comes crashing down to the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Lilibet, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I run in and I can make it to here, and I reach out a hand and
Lucius, you gotta perk up. You're not looking so good.
I cast Cure Wounds. Lucius, spell, Cure Wounds, and first level. Oh my god. You get 3 points of healing. Wait, yep, 3 points of healing.
It's better than nothing.
And I apparently did not pray hard enough today. And then I think, yeah, that's all I can do right now. So that's my turn.
Okay. I'll put it to the giant frog's turn. So, 2 giant frogs, Hopper and Jumper, are going to rush forward. So Hopper is going to come right here. Jumper's going to come here. So that's going to be 1 giant frog bite attack against Lil, and the other giant frog is going to attack Lucius because you look injured and easy to hurt. Lil, that is a 17. So I think that hits
That
you,
hits,
right?
yep.
Okay. So you take 6 points of piercing damage as the frog comes rum, and actually envelops the top half of your body. You are currently grappled and restrained by the frog as it has you locked in its mouth, and you feel it trying to consume you. The other frog is going to take its bite at Lucius. However, that is a 9, so that is going to miss you as it bites down in your direction. You're able to just barely back up out of the way, not wanting to be frog dinner today. I'll put it back to the top of the round with Chief Tarakawa, who is going to move away from the spiritual weapon. Let's see. It's going to go here and is going to take a shot at Den. Actually, no. He's going to rush up between everybody, instead drawing his short sword to get between all of you. And instead of attacking, he begins to make this humming, this noise, almost like a singing within him, this chirr. I need everyone within 15 feet, which is going to be everyone except for Star, to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nine.
21.
14.
13.
4.
Okay, so Den and Sadel, you both are mesmerized by this sound, and you find yourselves unable to move. You're currently stunned.
Hypnotoad.
That's all he's going to be able to do. You're stunned until the end of his next turn. Star, on to you now. You're muted.
Your mic's up.
Apologies. He has put himself in the perfect place, so I am running there next to Lucius. And I am going to use Green Flame Blade with a short sword, and because Lucius is there, I get my sneak attack as well.
Yes.
So, 12?
12 misses.
Ah, damn you.
As you slash at him, the Grung is able to dodge out of the way, avoiding your strike.
Well, I'm also smart enough not to stay right next to this guy, so I'm now going to use my bonus action to disengage and just hop back to there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Barb, it is your turn now.
Okay, I can rage without doing the radiant, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start going into a rage, and like as I'm doing that, I'm like yelling at the toad, like, "Yeah, you think you can make some music?" And I start playing my awful lute because, like, I'm gonna have to get it and shit. Yeah.
All right. Where are you moving to?
I'm gonna move. Okay, this thing in the middle, right? Like that is standable, right? I can stand on it. Hello?
Savannah.
Okay.
Oh.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. It popped up on mine too, where it said internet connection is unstable. It was really scary.
Oh, we lost the stream.
Yeah, stream's down.
It's the apocalypse outside, so
Makes sense.
Is it really an apocalypse?
yes.
Like, you guys gonna be okay?
I miss those
We'll be fine.
thunderstorms.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just got a flash flood warning a little bit ago, so we're hanging in there. If we get swept away, we'll see.
Please don't die. I really like playing D&D.
Yeah, if it doesn't come back on Twitch after a minute, just refresh
here
the
it is.
page.
It's there.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh, good! Yay! Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So Bart, I was just gonna say, if you're gonna rush through that door, you will come within 5 feet of that giant frog, so we'll get an attack of opportunity on you. But you can move up to that dais.
You have done me a considerable confuse.
Oh, where are you moving to? That's what I should ask. Oh, you're moving there?
I mean, that was generally where I was thinking I was going to go, yeah.
You're
No, I
fine
don't
there.
need to do that.
If that's where you're going, then you don't get an attack of opportunity. You're good.
Okay, yeah. But I was also
Well-
thinking, like, can I go here? Is that a thing?
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing. So if you move here, here's where it gets complicated because everybody's all bunched up. As soon as you get within to where Den is standing, you are currently within melee range of both Chief Terakawa and the giant frog. So if you move out of melee range of one of them, which you have to move to this space or this space, so one of those two, you'll either take an attack of opportunity from Chief Terakawa if you move here, or from the giant frog if you move here. You understanding what I'm saying?
Like, does that interrupt my attack or no?
No, you can still do it. One of them's just going to attack you.
All right. What if I went here?
The giant frog will still attack you.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I don't really care if it attacks me or not.
That's fine.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, cue really awesome rage that the stream tried to, destroy.
All
It's
right.
so dramatic.
So you're going to rush around through your party members and around Chief Tarakawa to attempt to attack him. So you can move there. Before you attack him, the giant frog is going to get a bite at you, which is a 5, so it misses. So you continue uninterrupted. Go ahead and make your attack.
All right, I'm gonna do my rage weapon mastery.
Okay, so you're doing your reckless attack or just Great Weapon Master?
My reckless
Okay.
and the thing and great weapon.
Okay.
I get a 7.
If you're doing your reckless, then you have advantage on the attack.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so should I just roll it again?
So just roll once more. Yeah,
16.
that hits.
Okay. And I kick him in the teeth for 20 points.
Nice. So solid hit with the great loot. You slam down into him, kind of knocking him backwards. You see blood being run down the side of his face. He's looking very perturbed by that.
Good, he doesn't mess with my Lucius.
So that will end your turn. You finish your attack. At the end of your turn, I forgot this last time, Chief Darkal is going to use his legendary action to make an attack against you.
Me?
Yes.
We're level 3. How does he have legendary?
Doesn't have many.
Because we one-shot killed his previous boss. That's why.
He's the chief. He has advantage on the attack because you used your reckless attack. So that's going to be a 21 to hit. For 7 points of piercing, reduced to 3. And then 7 points of poisoning, which is not reduced. So a total of 10 damage. And that will end his turn. The wildling is dead. So Lucius. is on you.
Ow. Sure. All right.
Barb, you didn't rage with your special Radiant, right? You didn't do Radiant Rage.
No, because if I did that, then I'd probably kill Lucius.
Probably.
Got it.
Is the one in front of me dead too?
No, that's the chief.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, screw that. He needs to die first. So, where is Lucius's sheet? There it is. Do I want... Yeah, I'm just gonna well... Can my vapor puppet just turn and hit him as well?
As your
Sweet.
bonus action. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So we're gonna do that. 23 to hit.
Hits.
He takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage, which is pretty cool.
All right.
I really don't want to give that up, so I'm just gonna rend him again or try.
Okay. So just make your attack at disadvantage.
Gotcha. Oh, sweet.
So that
one
misses
more.
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm like, even if it's higher than that, it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
Never mind.
So it's 11 to hit. So that's
Yeah.
going to miss as you attempt to rend him. He actually kind of shoulder checks you and knocks you backwards, and you lose the magical energy as you are kind of in the fray.
Probably next to Star.
Okay.
Um,
The chief is
so-
going to take an attack of opportunity at you.
Yeah, that's okay. If I die, I die.
That is a 16 to hit. Are you at 16 right
I'm
now?
at 16.
Okay. That is going to be... let's see. Keep rolling the wrong one. That's going to be 5 points of piercing and 8 points of poison.
Well, he's done.
All right. So as
He
you...
drops.
That actually is... that's going to put... wherever you would have moved out of his space. So I'll just put you right there.
Yep.
As he slashed you across the back, you feel the poison kick in. You land face down onto the hard dais.
Fitting name.
Sadell, it's your
Lucius,
turn.
no!
I'm still stunned, right?
You are still stunned. So we will skip your turn. Den, you are also stunned. And Lil, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm in this frog's mouth, trying to be swallowed,
Yes, you are restrained by the
And-
frog.
grappled. So does that mean I can't take a hit? Like,
You can
So
make attacks at
restrained and
disadvantage. You can make
Okay.
attacks at disadvantage. You just can't move. Or you can try to escape the grapple.
yeah, I'm gonna try and escape the grapple. Yeah.
Okay, so make an athletics check or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay, here we go. Athletics. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, a 17.
17. You are able to pull yourself out of the frog's mouth. You have slime sort of running down you, but you are free of its clutches.
Okay, and that was my action, basically.
Yeah, that would have been one of your attack, or yeah, that
Right,
would be your
yeah.
action.
Okay, just double checking that there's nothing as a bonus action I can do. Yeah, no. Okay. Unfortunately, that's my turn.
Okay. Giant frog's turns. One of the giant frogs is going to make an attack at Den with advantage because you are stunned. That is a 19 to hit. So it's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And you are also grappled or restrained. It's not able to fully whelm you. It's kind of biting around your midsection, holding you in place. It doesn't look like you'll fit inside the creature, but is holding you down. And the other giant frog, wanting its tasty treat back, it's going to make an attack at Lil again. That is a 21 to hit. So I think that hits you for
Yeah, that does.
for 7 points of piercing damage. And you are now restrained again by the frog as you are back in its mouth. Not good. Back to the chief's turn. He is going to, seeing two of you now held in place by his giant frog pets, and one of you having gone down, is going to turn back towards Barb and make an attack against her. However, that is going to miss you with a 12. So he slashes at you, but you dodge out of the way of his blow, even with advantage on that. Star, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm actually running up to the giant frog. I'm going to try hit that with the flame bladey swordiness.
Okay. And by the way, Den and Sato, you're no longer stunned.
I have now within 5 feet, so it's a sneak attack.
Yes.
So I have to roll that one for the sword. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Right, so that is 8 fire damage, 7 piercing damage, and another 11 sneak attack damage.
Crap. So you rush up to this frog that has Den in its clutches. You bring up your dagger or your short sword, and you strike straight down into the skull of this creature, piercing through its skull and into its brain. It immediately drops or lets go of its grip on Den and falls dead.
Yeah, that's my turn.
It's a good turn.
Yeah, great turn. Barb, back to you.
All right, 2 questions. Question 1. When I'm raging, like how conscious am I? Like, am I doing this because like I'm, just like taken over by like a portion of my brain and like, like I'm not really thinking logically, I'm just thinking kill stuff? Or
I mean, that's more of a character choice. There are mechanics that come into it where you can't like concentrate on spells and stuff. So the general assumption is usually that you're pretty like focused on whatever you're trying to kill. But I'll allow some deviation from that.
okay, and also if I wanted to, even though I have like a 0 for medicine, if I wanted to try, would it have a negative effect if I didn't do well?
No, I mean if you fail, then you're just not able to stabilize them.
Okay. Would trying to do anything other than like attacking, would that end my rage?
Technically, no. You can do other things besides attacking. It's just if you don't, at the end of your next turn, if you haven't been attacked or attacked something, then you will lose your rage.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to Lucius in a freak out mode and see if I can try and like medicine him back to life.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
18.
18. So you kneel down next to him, still feeling that adrenaline pumping through you, but focusing on Lucius, your longtime friend. You are able to kind of rip off some of the fabrics of his cloak and wrap it around the wounds, able to staunch the bleeding. He's not bleeding out anymore, so he's stabilized. You don't have to make death saving throws, Lucius. You're still unconscious, though. But you're no longer dying.
All right, and I basically just kind of call out to anybody, little help over here.
Okay.
I'm on a frog.
That will end your turn. So that'll put it to it's dead. Lucius, you're currently unconscious. You don't have to make a death saving throw. Your favorite puppet is just kind of chilling out because it doesn't have any commands. So Sadell, you are back in action.
Cool. I'm going to... Let's see. we're all so cramped. Can I move like over this way?
Yeah.
Like, can I slip in through the door without getting too close to?
No, you would get within melee range of the chief if you move through the door. Because you can't walk through corners.
Okay. Then as a bonus action, I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself
Okay.
to give me some more AC, and then I will do that.
All right. He will try to take a swipe at you as you move past the den. He's frantically swinging around with this short sword. However, that is going to be a 15 to hit you.
That misses.
Which I think, yeah, just barely misses with that bonus. So you feel the wind move as he takes a slash at you, but you are able to duck out of the way.
And now I'm gonna shoot him.
All right, take your shot.
18.
18 hits.
12 piercing and 2 thunder.
Nice. So as you make your way down, there's another explosion of sound. All of you, your ears continuing to ring as another bullet strikes Tarakawa, who's knocked off his feet a bit. All right. That will put it to Den's turn then, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the frog. Please.
You're out of it. You feel slimy, and it's like frog guts over you, but you're okay.
Ew. Okay, I will move 5 feet this way so I can reach Lucius. I will use my action to cast Cure Wounds on him to wake him up.
All right.
That's for 7 healing.
All right, Lucius, you come back to consciousness. Your head throbbing from the poison, but you're up.
Alright. I will use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon next to the chief over here and try to hit him with it.
Okay.
Because I hate him.
Make your
Natural 20!
well, shit.
Ten points of force damage.
10 points of force damage as the spiritual weapon strikes across the back of him. He's you can hear the crack as it hits his head. He staggers forward, pulls himself back up, just looking beat to hell, but is still up.
And I just look at him and I go, "Come on!"
Well, all right then. In which case, he's going to use his legendary action at the end of your turn to retaliate against you. That's going to hit with a 21 for 4 points of piercing and 4 points of poison.
I'm still up, technically, but I have never remembered until right now. I would like to use Wrath of the Storm, please.
Okay.
And
So use your
7.
reaction to send lightning or thunder.
Lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
Light him up.
Roll your damage.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
That is a fail. What's your DC? 14?
14.
Okay. For 10 points.
10 points of lightning damage.
All right. How would you like to kill him?
Well, with my 1 hit point left, it was not looking good. As he What is he using? A sword? A short sword?
He's using the
Deal.
captain's short sword, yeah.
Oh yeah, the bad one. Okay, so that's made of metal and stuff. So as he swings the sword at me, I just want to grab it in both hands and just send like lightning through the sword into his body and zap him.
Okay, so as the short sword hits you, you grip onto it, kind of feeling the blood running down your fingers as you hold the blade, and then you channel that electrical energy, and as you do, the blade begins to glow. And as the blade glows, you see Chief Tarakawa, his expression goes to a sense of wonder. He looks at it and looks excited and happy for the first time, like this is what he had been expecting out of this sword. And then suddenly the glow emanates into his fingers and his hands, and the electricity works its way up his body, and he begins that expression of excitement turns into one of horror as he begins to shake uncontrollably, kind of, and is fried in place by the electrical energy, collapsing in a steaming husk on the ground.
Ha!
Get wrecked.
Ow.
And that will end his turn. Lilibet.
I would like to get out of the frog again.
Okay, make your check. Four. You strain against it, but you're not able to pull yourself free of this giant toad's grasp. At the end of your turn, that'll put it back to the frog's turn, and it is going to, with that, as you hear this, there's sort of a, as the frog swallows Lil into its gullet, and her little kicking legs disappear.
You lost stream.
Yeah. I think we lost them two as well.
Damn it.
So
You're there?
Wait.
Oh, I hear
Hey.
things.
Hey.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, there we go.
Yay.
We were doing so well.
yeah,
That lightning damage, man.
the weather is not one of them.
Yeah.
At least not in real life. You can kind of, sort of control it in the game.
None of us actually get control weather this time, though.
That's true. It was so helpful last time.
Come back. Okay. We are back again. We lied. We're going to try coming back one more time. See if this can hold out, as this battle is almost done. So Lilibet has just been swallowed by the giant frog, which, with her swallowed form, just going to move you kind of off to the side there. And the frog kind of hops into the corner, going into a defensive position. Star.
I am running up to the frog. Now, technically, what is Lilibet's status right now?
Restrained, blinded.
I'm in a frog!
The frog is not looking too good, though.
I'm causing angina.
Well, I'm just gonna go for the flamey green sword again. 11?
11 just hits.
Whew. It's 2 fire and 8 piercing.
Okay, that is enough as you rush forward and you slash across the throat of this frog as it rears back away from you, slicing it open. Its guts begin to pour out its gore onto the ground, and after a second, Lilibet's form comes sort of sliding out of the frog, now covered in ichor and gore. You are alive. And that will end the immediate combat.
Oh, that hurt. Note to self: poison is never good.
Lucius, you make a con save.
Con save, yeah.
Have you gone unconscious before, or is this your?
This
No,
the
okay.
first time.
Just making sure.
6.
That is a fail on the con save.
So this is a perfect opportunity to explain that you do the injury, the lingering injury thing.
Because I've got the scar on my chin.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. This did happen once or twice before.
I don't think I was there for it.
No, you're away from the session where I got my thing.
That's right. So I will roll on the minor injury table now. See what injury you get.
I lose an eye.
No, you do suffer a mild concussion
Oh.
from your head striking the floor when you went unconscious, and you find yourself woozy as you stand up and the battle ends. You, for the sake until this is healed, you cannot concentrate on a spell or similar effect for more than a minute at a time, and you have disadvantage on perception checks. The injury will heal either with magical healing or after 24 hours have passed without being knocked unconscious again.
Cool. Is the room dizzy for anybody else? Or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Smells
Alright.
of frog guts a bit.
It's swimming because I'm swimming in frog gut.
I think you have it worse at the moment.
I go to scoop up Lucius and I just carry him.
I go to collect Captain Reyes' sword.
Okay.
I don't think this is helping. It's a good idea, but I don't think this is helping.
Too bad.
Den and let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. Raise your hand if you have a passive perception of 14 or higher,
I need to double check. I don't.
because I can click on everybody's thing, but for the sake of time,
You
I
can
think
add me
it.
back
Yeah.
to the map, Sean.
Oh yeah, sorry. Which I don't think yours is. Yeah, yours is a 12.
It's not, but
Okay, yeah. So Lucius and as you're sort of swimming, actually, I'm going to say you don't notice it because you're at disadvantage for perception checks, so you don't see this. But Den, you notice that to the right of the chamber where the dead body of the red Grung is laying, you notice that the blood running off him is actually running under a section of the wall. And it seems as though there is a gap there. And you see just the vaguest outline of something that is long worn away. That's probably not been opened in many, many years. But there's a worn section of the wall that looks like it once was a door.
I go over there and start pushing on it.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
$11.
Okay, you start pushing on it. And you push and push, and you're having a hard time getting it open, but it's slowly beginning to slide, and you can hear like the rock sort of cracking and breaking.
You need some help, Den?
I just keep shoving it.
Want some help?
Yeah.
I'll help her.
Okay. The two of you now, I won't make you make another check, because between the two of you, you're able to push it the rest of the way and slide the door open. As you do, you're hit by dust and the smell of like musty, long decayed entity of some sort. And you enter this, or you stand at the edge of this room. It's about 15 by 15. On the far side, there is what looks to be a collapsed hallway with rubble blocking it off. And at the edge of the rubble is a skeleton in bronze armor.
I go look at it.
Yeah, I'm right behind her.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the two
I'm
of
interested. This looks cool.
Okay, so the three of you walk into the room. You step in the room and go over to the skeleton. As the three of you step into the room, the ground cracks, and you begin to plummet as it breaks away, and the three of you fall down with the skeleton in the rubble into the darkness below. The rest of you hear a cry of surprise as suddenly your companions disappear into the darkness.
I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna be unconscious.
I need the three of you to make acrobatics checks.
Going on a cat, I should be real good at that.
Don't you always land on your feet?
With an 8, maybe.
I got an 8.
All right. The three of you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
I'm
out.
unconscious.
Me too.
as Dan and Lil both hit the ground. Slam! They don't seem to move. Star, you hear or you feel a crick in your neck, but you're still up, and you notice the unconscious bodies of your allies next to you.
I have to try to medicine checks.
All right. So what's everybody else doing up there as this happens?
Freaking out and carrying a very disoriented Lucius to the door and looking over the edge.
Please don't drop me. Whatever you do, please do not drop me.
I'm not
Okay.
going to.
As you reach the edge, you look down, and it's about a 30-foot drop into an open room below. Star, who are you starting with, by the way?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch Tabaxi by the toe. Just because it's the way around I thought it was, I'll say Lil first. Then
Okay.
So 11 on Lil, 18 on Den.
Okay. So, Den, I do need you to make one death saving throw.
My special bottle of wine, and I give it to her.
Okay.
Right.
She hands you a glass of wine.
I drink it.
You drink it, and it's really good wine, better than you've had in a while. But as you finish it or finish the last drops of the glass, there's a warmth that kind of emanates through you, and you find yourself feeling a little bit better. You undergo the effects of a lesser restoration, so that your wound is now gone. You still have the point, but
Wow,
the injury is gone.
that's amazing.
Thanks. I made it.
It's really good. Yay.
I gotta make more now. Or I just gotta find somebody who sells it.
So, can I translate to them what is written in Elvish?
Yeah, it's not so much a direct translation as it's more of a representation. Like I said, hieroglyphics, it more like tells a story, using pictures, and essentially you get a few words out of it. One of them is this ruins, or this place that you're in was once a temple, and it seemed to belong to a clan called the Landresha clan, LAN''DRESHA. And you see the images of young elven scholars or apprentices of some sort going through a trial, essentially, proving themselves to their ancestors. It's all sort of grand design and big images. It doesn't really give a lot of details, but essentially it depicts them as all completing some sort of trial, which involves each of them stepping into a pool of water and receiving a blessing for their merits. And you notice from the images, they're always depicted in groups of 6.
Okay, I relay that information to them.
Would we happen to know anything about the Landresha clan?
No, it's something you guys have ever heard of.
Oh.
Get everyone in here. I want to see what happens when we get all of these rings spinning at the same time.
You want me to call the others in here?
Please.
Okay, I jog back to Den a little bit and... Hey, would you two mind coming back over this way?
Is it safe?
Oh, yes, it's safe.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody goes into the crystal chamber. See these gems on these pedestals all equally spaced throughout the room.
I'm pretty sure at that point me and Star start like riffing off of each other, explaining what they're kind of doing.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so to get through the door, you have to touch one of these stones because they're
I
all
want the green
connected.
one.
Alright, yeah, I go to the blue one and I just poke it.
Okay, you all begin to touch one of the gems.
Yeah, I don't even let him finish, I just touch it.
Everyone just find a gem that you
Find this gem.
particularly like, and Star ends up going towards the pearl.
He goes to the onyx.
Okay, all of you get at your respective gems and touch the gems. You hear the shifting in the other room that continues as long as you are touching the gem.
Just shifting, so either a combination or a correct position of the rings then.
Yeah, it's probably. I know it's a lock, but maybe we have to touch them in the order of the rings. So, like, trees, swords, blah 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 blah. Like,
You
or
do that, I'll go look at the rings quickly and see if they do anything different as they're moving. I want to try looking at the mechanism as well, that could give us something as well.
deal.
Can I just kick it?
You can certainly try.
I'm tired.
I'm guessing because Lucius is still pretty low on health and is like, still woozy, that there is some kind of blood on him somewhere, right?
Yeah.
He takes finds a cut that he has or whatever and opens it up a little bit and tries to drop the blood on the onyx to see if that would still keep it rotating.
Okay.
Because he knows touching it works, so he doesn't know if it's body heat or if it's the blood itself or what. He just wants to know.
Okay. You drop a few drops of blood onto the gem. You don't hear any noise in the other room.
That's good to know. Wipes it off.
As I get in front of the door, I just shout that I'm ready through the passageway.
And Den, are you trying to kick the door down?
No, I'm tired.
Okay. So make an investigation check, Star. And what are you looking for specifically?
While he's doing all of the stones in the order of the rings, I'm trying to look at or listen at the mechanism of the things turning to see if it's either A, just magic, or B, if there is any kind of sort of tumbler inside that which is operating this.
Okay. Make your check.
22.
All right. As you give the signal and you touch the gem. Which gem are you doing?
The emerald.
Emerald. Yeah,
Okay.
the emerald first.
You see the stones begin to move. You don't see or notice any mechanism as far as you can tell. It seems like it's being moved by magic. There's not a flash or anything. It's pretty subtle, but you can tell for the ruins and what you've inspected so far, it seems that it's magical. What you do notice, though, as you're inspecting it very closely, is that you look at the trees and they're equally spaced, very small, detailed carved trees around the edge. You notice that one of the sets of trees, or one of the trees, has another one underneath, and they are intertwined by the roots.
While it's still turning, I am having a quick look at all the other rings going around and try to find anything similar with the other patterns.
Okay. So you inspect each one of the 6 rings. As you do, you see that the second layer, you notice that one of the swords is also different. One of the swords is also different. One of them seems to be broken, or is carved as broken. The third one with the eyes, one of the eyes does not have a pupil. The fourth one with the bells, you notice one of them has a distinct golden coloring. The third one with the moons, one of the moons is not full but a crescent. And the last one with the skulls, one of the skulls has a broken jaw.
Last thing I want to check on the actual door itself. Is there any marker around these rings that looks like it could be an arrow or an indicator of some kind?
You notice by the design of the door, it seems to have a general sort of inlay that brings it to a point that goes straight down the center where the door would part.
Okay. I just shout through. When I say stop, remove your hand from the gem immediately, and then go on to the next one. So I just wait for the trees to reach that point, and I shout stop, then do this, or wait till they're about to try get the timing right.
Okay.
So I try to get everything to line up to stop on my orders in the straight line going from the arrow.
Okay. So you work at those one at a time. It takes some trial and error. Some of them end up just after, and you have to let it go around once again. But as you get to the final ring and you have it line up and that ring hits, as it clicks into place, there is a general sort of shift, and the door begins to swing open with the ring staying on the left door.
You may all want to come through and have a look.
I'm guessing all of that worked.
Yup.
Oh, yes. Lucius, again, stumble running to the door.
As you stumble out the door, you enter into a long 10-foot wide hallway that proceeds out to the left and the right. The hallway ends at the left rather abruptly, about 15 feet past, with another collapsed passage. To the right, it actually has a gradual curve that bends kind of to the left if you're facing down the hall. In front of you, along this long, straight wall, there are 2 doors on your left and the right. The one on the right's a little bit further away.
I'm going to gingerly make my way down to the door on the left.
Okay. Is everybody else sticking along?
Yeah, he is.
All right. You get down to that door and push it open. I assume you guys still have your light spell going because it is pitch black in here and there's no light coming from these doors.
Us two can both see in the dark, so unless they're following directly behind, it wouldn't affect us, really.
Sean, did you see the Discord message?
No.
That Dylan and Sarah need to leave in 10 minutes.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't see that. So you guys have to leave at 9?
Yeah. If it
Okay.
would be helpful. I'm getting super hungry and my dog's got to eat and all that.
Okay. I guess we can pick up. We'll go and end it here because I don't want to get too much further into this. So we'll go ahead and end it here with the door opening, and we'll pick up here at the next session.
Suspense.
I can even do the whole thing of, as much as I would love to, continue, I'm very hurt and I need to sit down for a moment. So
do you guys want to take a rest?
I think we should
we should all take a rest.
Probably rest.
Yeah.
Based on timing of how long we've walked today and then the 3 hours it took for Den and I to get back up. I would think we're way late.
Okay. Are you wanting to try to take a long rest or a short rest?
Probably a long rest.
Okay. You can I'll just give you the reminder that there is a collapsed package leading up to where the Grung were before, but you guys can post somebody to watch if you want throughout the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we sort of organise taking shifts.
Mhm.
That's fine. So we'll pick it up at the end of that rest, or see if anything happens in that rest of the next session.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking Sean didn't get that message.
Yeah, sorry, I had to close out Discord for internet purposes, but we'll go ahead and say goodbye for when this gets posted. So sorry about all the internet troubles, and we'll get it posted in one complete package. Thank you for sticking with us, and until next time, good night, internet.
Good night,
Good
Internet.
night, Internet.
Internet.